I'm Matt.
Matt
Hi,
Mercer.
Matt.
Hi, Bob. I'm Ash.
Just
Hi,
works.
Todd. I'm Luke Cage.
You're not Luke Cage. I'm Luke Cage.
I thought you were Ash.
No, you're Fluke Age.
You're a bootleg.
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
No, Patrick.
Want fop? I'm a Dirty Dan man. Sorry, Dapper Dan.
I mean, they did announce a Patrick Star game.
Yeah.
Songs.
Ah, she gone yeah, Waluigi Wawa.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, pretty good.
That's not what the thing. That's not what they are.
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way, my brothers? I'm not doing it again.
Anya?
Oh,
Why
heck
would you
yeah.
change that now?
You get what you get.
Yes. Exactly that.
Wait,
But
the
he's a
U.S.
business
Olympic
man.
community
But he
suing
is
Lowen
trash.
Paul? Damn, what did Prime do to these people? I know, it's just weird seeing the Olympic, like, the people who make the Olympics actually sue Logan Paul for it.
The thing is, they had a trademark on it, is the thing.
Oh, for Prime?
Yes, and then he claimed that it was the official drinks of the Olympics. The idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the official drink of the Olympics is?
Gatorade?
Water.
No, Coca-Cola.
What?
Ooh.
I mean, makes
Nope.
sense. They've been around just as long as the
No, it
Olympics.
doesn't. That makes them sluggish and
Yeah.
slow.
It makes sense because Coca-Cola dipped their hands in everything, so.
Coca-Cola.
It makes sense simply because of how much money they have to throw.
Logan Paul really got the rent in a promotion for this stuff?
Ah, that's crazy.
Crazy? What's crazy? Put me into jacket. It's not even a competitor to Gatorade. It's a mix between Gatorade and energy drinks, and it has far too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Gatorade and Powerade.
Well, Powerade's owned by Coca-Cola. Fun fact, they made Powerade because they tried to buy Gatorade, but Gatorade refused. Yes. So they just basically built the most similar formula and marketed it as Powerade.
That's why it hasn't disappeared after
No.
a few years.
It's just
Just
kind of how
remember-
it goes.
If someone refers to Gatorade by their actual names, they're 99% a cop. Gatorades are referred to by their color, not by their name. If someone uses their name, no, that's light blue.
That's light blue.
I don't even know the name, so yeah, I guess it's
Sure.
color. Is it? So it's like Kool-Aid. Because what's red? Is it cherry or is it watermelon?
Red.
I know yellow is lemon lime.
It's most likely fruit punch. But it's
I don't know what blue is.
Blue raspberry.
It's
But,
cherry.
Blue raspberry doesn't make sense.
Oh, they
Yeah.
don't? They don't read it. They just drink it. They
Oh,
know.
I like this
color
Gatorade. It's
on
the
the
blue
bench.
one. The blue one is the one I like. Oh no, it's the red one I like. No, I like the yellow one. No, the green one is good.
If
Well, I'm
you
gonna get-
refer to it by its name, you're you're most likely a cop.
Now hold on, because there's a particular one that's not referred to by name or color because of what it looks like. Because it's Arctic something. And I want to
Arctic
say
Glacier.
that gets referred to as a different one.
It's light blue.
Yeah. Ironically, that is my favorite one.
Like
Au revoir.
I think conversation was turning south in a hurry, chat. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Oh, let me get my bot booted up here. Also gotta get the tweet out. But y'all know what day it is. Ba-dum-ba-da-da-da-da. Oh my god, all the Zelda music. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Do that. Grab that. And post that. So I just got the tweet live, chat. Y'all know the drill. Do me a favor, go give it some love. Where did I put today's sauce, though? There it is. It was hiding. God, that IV gif is terrifying. Okay. All right. I think we are good to go, chat. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. Hello, everybody. Oh, wait, that's un problema? Un problema? Oh, okay, there we go. I have no idea what that was, but somehow my programs had desynced from my phone. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good today. We obviously have a lot to go over. We basically have Banner 2, as you guys know. I'm still in the progress of completing Summer, which I'll probably continue doing in the interim. And obviously, we have things like basically the roles. So that's just going to be a deal. I don't know what the schedule will hold in terms of like analysis and stuff like that. I'm a little bit more in favor of delaying the analysis again because I would rather have some time to process BB, but we'll see. Will I be going for NP5 BB tonight? No. The goal will be NP5 of one of the 4 stars, which may or may not matter. Speaking of which, I need to actually sit down and figure out the weekly missions on NA. In the interim, let's get our AP spent down. Swoosh. I think it's the best summer in years. I won every summer this year. The only thing I will always say, because I feel like somebody says this every year, right, is that that's obviously going to be in the eye of the beholder. That is to say, you might love every single unit. Other people might think this summer is trash. How do I know this? It happens like every time. Somebody's always gushing over it, and then someone else is always like, no, this summer's, it's mid, it's garbage, it's like, whatever. So it all just depends on how you feel about the characters and the units in particular. NP6 just like Bunny? Please no. Summer 5 was the easiest of banner skips. Yeah, I didn't skip Summer 5. But I will agree, like, Summer 5 is probably the least favorite from my perspective, but again, I'm the saber face guy, so it's the only one that didn't have saber faces. Caliente, thank you for the 17. Offbeat, thank you for the 10. Cartosis, thank you for the 3 years. Appreciate it, my man. Ken, thank you for the follow. I believe that's everybody. I got MP4 BB and not a single double XA. Yeah, that's why, like, I want to be clear with what my goals are. I want everybody to understand that, like, yeah, I'm just going to be going after, like, this particular goal. So that way, nobody's sitting there going, like, oh, are you going to stop? Or, like, why haven't you done this or that? Hold on, though, chat, because I need to get logged into my single account. It is online.aniplex.co.jp, in case anyone is curious. Okay. Get logged in there. Because I assume I'm going to have to, you know, spend money, but we'll see here. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Leah, Joshi, Ringtail, Fiplup, and Erdrick. Enjoy your guys' subs. Make sure you guys thank the anonymous gifter. Not that you have anyone necessarily to thank, but even just a general thanks is always appreciated by those people, I'm sure. Oh god, I gotta remember how to purchase this. I do like that it seemingly keeps your points. That is a really, really nice thing. Fight the power. Not sure if you've updated the art link for the day. Oh, I'm sorry, I have not. Here is today's artwork. Boom, there you guys go. Sorry about that. This summer is really lucky for me. I bought a pack and managed to get 2 banner servants. Hey, as long as it doesn't shaft you, right? Usually I feel like summer's pretty generous. I'm not sure why that is. It's just something I've kind of noticed over the years. But that being said, I also think people go into the summer banners with a bit of a different mindset. Everybody kind of just goes like, well, I'm going to try my damnedest. I really want these units. I think the summer units have always been popular, and that's always been a reason why. Row, fight the power. Okay. That's what I was looking for, thanks. Yep. Getting my service to 10 is coming together. Listen, I've always tried to tell you guys, like, you don't have to get everybody to 10, but just working on your account is generally a good idea. Like, having your account at a point where you can basically either easily level any unit skills that needs it, or, like, essentially, how do I put this, like, just having like enough of your account worked on prior to that point. Either one of those scenarios is ideal. That way you can quickly and easily respond to anything that the game throws at you. And I feel like a lot of the times when I see people complain about content, or I see people that maybe go like, hey, you know, I can't do this or that, it's a whale thing. A lot of the times it's masking kind of their own like issues with their own account. Ooh, 5 more gift subs from the anonymous gifter. Thank you. Appreciate it. You did not have to. But if you guys are lucky enough to get a gift sub from one of them, make sure you give some amount of thanks. Does the Summer BB use new mats? Does Summer BB use new mats? I actually don't know. I have not looked at her materials yet. I haven't looked at like really any of these materials for that matter. Oh, that is laggy. That is laggy. Chat, y'all tested me here. Here, let me restart scene. I don't think anyone redeemed Doge Cam either, so gadoosh. Is the gold gourds okay? I mean, I don't have very many of those either, so that's definitely going to be an issue for me, but it is what it is at this point. Well, almost didn't do the quick bus. Hey JC, how's it going? Yeah, I've been like run ragged honestly lately. It feels like there's like too much shit going on, and I'm trying to like juggle too many different things at once. And I'm tired, so my brain isn't like handling it well. I'm not sure that's going to actually refresh her, but we'll see. I'll give it another minute here. You need 27 in total. Okay, that's not too bad. I should have that amount at least. But let me actually go double check here on See how I keep trailing off, chat? This is usually a sign of mental fatigue from me. I'm still, like, thinking and doing, but it becomes difficult for me to multitask. Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, I'm checking double XA's maths. Yeah, that's not bad. The dice are a little annoying, but otherwise that's not too terrible. It's kind of the issue whenever you've got a foreigner. It's the same thing as Avenger and Pretender. It's just you know that you're gonna have some material in there that's gonna be rough, but thankfully because of their class, it usually doesn't use too much of any one material. Have any thoughts about the coin update? I haven't even gotten to like get the coins out of my mailbox. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, you guys know the drill. Like, I've already kind of said my 2 cents on it. I'm happy it's there. We can go check and see how many coins I got. But it's ultimately, at the end of the day, not too big of a deal, I would say. Like, we already know they still got other stuff they got to do. It will help things out. But again, I'm going to say, I think what you're going to see here now is you're going to start to see the return of people rolling NP6. I strongly caution everybody in the community against that. I think that is the entire reason that we are in the situation that we are in. The fact that people were willing to do so, the fact that it was like, oh, it's not too difficult to complete my unit, is the entire reason why they made such a tone-deaf move as, here's your 5th append, without giving us a fix. They don't care as long as they're still making money, chat. And that's kind of something that I think a lot of people really need to understand. I think we're really going all in for MP6. I mean, listen, I'm going to say this. Can you really blame them? Because that, like, the 6th copy of a unit is becoming a more normalized concept. It's a concept that now is prevalent in all of the MiHoYo games. So you look at something like that, and you look at how that's kind of becoming the norm that everyone expects, and yeah, you're going to see other gacha games take advantage of that. It's definitely not a good sign. We want to try to keep things just to the NP5 stuff. Because what I don't want to see is I don't want to see us complain and go, we shouldn't have to roll the 6th copy. And then Delightworks goes, you know what? You're right. The 6th copy doesn't give enough benefit. So here, now we'll have scaling go all the way up to NP6. Like, that's just going to be like even more stupidity on their part if they do some crap like that. So, like, that's what I am more afraid of, is that the more people do it, the more they're going to incentivize the devs to do other crap like that. I got 3 days remaining on my Grail casting. Here we go. Sorry, I was looking for my cobalt fruit. Did we get the answer to how coins are divided up by bond? We did. Basically, oh god damn it. Of course, it's got to relog me. Let me see if I can. Well, somebody posted it earlier, I think. Yeah, here it is, chat. Okay, so basically, this is levels 1 to 6 remain unchanged. Levels 7 to 9 now go from giving 10 coins to 20. Level 10 goes from giving 20 coins to 40. Level 11 goes from giving 20 coins to 50. And levels 12 through 15 go from 20 coins to 60. So, this is kind of how I thought they would do it. they skewed everything downward. That is to say, the deeper into the bond levels you go, the more benefit you get. They are clearly trying to incentivize those later bond levels. They really want you guys to bond your units out. And we kind of know why. I've talked about that before. It's not that I think like bonding a unit is bad in and of itself. It's that the developers kind of have this ulterior motive with bonding where they really want you to finish a unit so that you feel the pressure to roll more units. I'm not a huge fan of that. They used to be a lot better about bond in the game. They basically ended up giving us, again, bond expansions, and they've pretty much now, as of like 2 years ago, basically said like, no, we're not thinking about doing, bond 20 or anything like that. So they haven't mentioned it since then. We'll see if they change their tune one day. But I do believe this is kind of like, you're not, especially with the way the coins currently are, I don't think you're going to see bond 20. I don't think you're going to see other coin changes either. Bond grails are going to be quite in demand now. Yeah, and that's kind of the other issue, is there's not like this really like easy, affordable way to get bond grails. So to me, like I said, it feels kind of scummy. But that's just been how it's been. The chat, you guys can see there is Ordeal Call 3 up there. Give me one quick second here because I really want to do this node since my AP is capped out. CAD can 120 as JP Castrino? I probably can. That's the thing I need to go look at, is like how much this allows me to expand what I'm currently doing. That's not even the big one, chat. Do you know which one the big one is? Bleached Earth cumulative missions for bond grails? Yeah, you get given a certain amount. But the way this system currently works, you're going to need more than that. Saber Oki-tan? Yeah, there you go, chat. You got it. Finish my rolls. Hopefully you got NP5 MHXXA in 2 packs and NP0 BB. Wow. I was downvoted all hell and back for saying this fix is lackluster and kind of unpractical. Yeah, I listen, I'm going to say this once, and, I don't want anyone in chat to feel particularly attacked by this, but if you're, like, largely okay with this fix, and you think that the system has no issues anymore, you're definitely part of the problem. Like, essentially, this has kind of become an issue that I think the community basically gaslights itself into accepting anything that the developers want to do. I'm not saying we all need to be negative about the game and constantly complain. Lord knows I saw a motherfucker on Twitter that was absolutely grifting during the freaking coin issue with the appends, and proceeded to today, now that the coins got fixed, try to start complaining about other inane bullshit that didn't fucking matter. Thankfully, I didn't see anyone really liking that post. But that's kind of the issue, is I think the community will sit there and promote those sorts of people a lot of the time, and they don't realize that there are people out there that just are kind of bad actors and they don't actually care about the game. I'm not saying that people can't complain about the game. I'm just saying that I do believe that there is just a chunk of people that will complain no matter what. However, this is one of those things where we needed a better fix than this. Obviously, this just kind of sets us back to where we were. The one really good thing is it does allow, like, every person now, if they do bond up their unit, to finally, like 120ing is a real thing for everybody now. Rather than just like, oh, it's only for certain units and only if you've managed to whale, that sort of stuff. Now it's actually something that can be done on everything. But it's still going to take time. It's still going to take investment. And I think I would have certainly preferred a system in which it was a little bit more open, a little bit more like, hey, it takes time, but you can grind towards anything that you want. and you can complete everything to full. I think that would have been smarter for them to do, but they have not done that, and I'm not really sure why they haven't. To me, they would actually probably do better if their entire goal is player retention in that regard. But I suspect it's not. I suspect their goal is money, as always, and that's kind of one of the issues. Basically, nothing changed, yeah. Initial problem of NP6 to perfect a unit, right? And I feel like I said this before, I'll say it again. One, perfecting a unit right now is just a fool's errand, right? Like true perfection, right? Not like, hey, the unit's got maxed out skills, the unit is grailed all the way to the max. That's not a fool's errand. A fool's errand is, but also I've maxed out all the appends. A lot of the time, the appends are just not that big of a deal, and there's usually at least one append that you can kind of single out and say like, hey, this is not a big deal. Now, instead, we just have this desire to like max that out even more, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's really not going to matter for the vast majority of units. Have I missed any of the rolls? No, you have not. I am still trying to get AP down here. Faux pas and gold foes too. Yeah, I mean faux pas are, you guys already know the deal on that one. That one's like nigh impossible to do. You can obviously do it for a select few units, but after those select few units, the game is extremely limited with how many it gives out. Like if you're a Zerker, third append is literally not worth it. Yeah, exactly. So like it's one of those deals where I don't think anybody should really be striving towards true perfection. And I'm going to say this right now. If anyone tries to like dick on you because you have a 10-10-10 grailed unit, but you don't have all the appends, that person is an asshole and a shill. Like, just ignore that person. Their opinion does not matter. Because I have seen people that have like actually attempted to do that, and I've just been like, okay, bud. Okay. A1 is useless for 99% of servants. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I think it definitely depends on your perspective on things, right? Like if you're gonna try to get the extra attack, there's plenty of units that you might need to extra attack with. But you should be asking yourself, are you just like only using this unit for like farming or something like that? If that's the case, yeah, you probably don't care too much about it. Unless it's not a high NP level, but then if it's not a high NP level, you don't have the coins probably, so. Unlock the first append, didn't have enough for the second. Oh, no. Yeah. I feel bad for anyone that's happened to. I mean, myself included, right? You don't need appends. Like I said, the only append in the game that we can really point to and say that you probably do need is mana loading. And that really does depend on the unit. And it really does depend on how, like, you want to approach the game, right? Is it a requirement to have? No. But for some units, having that mana loading append is a world of difference. For a couple of units as well, like we talked about with the 5th append video, there are a handful of units that the 5th append really does make a huge difference for, but they are very few and far between. Hello, SSJ. Open to pin one of my mortars, so she's stuck at 114 for now. Oh, yeah. That's like... In that regard, I am happy that they're at least giving us the ability to switch in a pen. But yeah, I almost feel like the system should be instead like, no, you can just get it back if you need to. Same way, I would love to see a system in which like you could undo a grail. I think like the embers, the QP that you used on that should all be lost. But you should be able to recover the grail. Arcude loves the cooldown Append. Yep. Yeah, she's one of those examples where it's like having it's really good for her, and she really doesn't need mana loading. What units use Append 5? Well, go check out my video. There is a reason I put out that video and basically went through every single one of them. I took a Spartan earlier and was like, for the Append switch, watch them repurpose command code lockers. Yeah, I mean, that's been something I've been saying for a while now. It's like, it's the perfect, like, thing to use for that. It would be smart if they did, but I'm not certain that they will. However, I will say this. I do think if they don't put some sort of limitation on it, what they're going to see is they're going to see people meta swapping. It'll be a thing. Not that it really is going to matter, but like you're going to have like meta swapping going on in like esports farming and stuff like that, where it's like somebody's trying to like complete a min turn and they're trying to do it in the least amount possible, and they have to have these appends in order to make that possible, and so they switch them around. They basically switch it per fight due to how it will work. I don't think you'll see it too often because it would require a unique set of circumstances, and it would require a unit that like can function well with the appends. But yeah, I do think it'd be a thing. Like for instance, let's say you're trying to go up against a node that has casters in it, and you just happen to have a, like, I don't know, like an alter ego or something that would work really well, and you're trying to min turn it, and you go and you unlock their caster one specifically for that node. It could definitely be a thing, right? I have no problem with meta swapping. Let them cook. Like I said, if they want to do it, that's fine. I don't really have an issue with it either. I just wonder if the devs actually want to allow something like that. Swap appends constantly? Yeah, basically. Best possible game fixes will be restrained by execs because it forces players to continue playing. I don't know that that's really true, because let's give you an example. They restricted a coin fix all this time. Did it force players to keep playing? Or did it actively probably piss people off and shove people away? Chat, I'm gonna be real with you. Since the like append system came out, I have seen a number of players quit the game because of it. I have seen people say like, yeah, no, this is dumb, this is bullshit, I'm done. So I hate to say it, I don't think it helped them in the end. I think in the end of the day, yeah, they got a little bit more money out of some people. I don't think it was really worth though. I'm not quitting, but I'm definitely spending less going forward. Yeah, and I think that happens with a lot of people. I think a lot of people go like, I don't like the direction that this is going, and I'm just not going to participate. They still haven't hit 30 million. Yeah, I mean, I know Mr. 2 said that, like, oh, well, you know, we'll let you know when we hit it, like, type deal, and that we'll celebrate it the second we do. I don't believe that. Download campaigns have never happened, like, spur of the moment. They are always, like, a planned thing that they worked into the schedule. So, I just assume that they're holding it hostage for some reason. To be fair, 30 million is 1/4 of Japan's population. Yeah, I mean, though, to be fair, let's be honest, right? Like, are there actually 30 million active players? No. So it's like, that's people remaking accounts and stuff like that. Like, in that regard, people doing stuff like Nuzlocke runs, they will always be increasing the download count. They admitted they didn't hit in the 9th inning interview. Yeah, do you believe them? And that's a legitimate question, right? Like, I'm not saying like you shouldn't believe them. I'm asking, do you believe them? It's something that you should question yourself. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, devs are going to say what they're going to say. Devs will not always necessarily tell you the whole truth. And chat, before anyone tries to accuse me of being like, oh, you're calling Mr. 2 a liar. Just for the record, Mr. 2 has lied. We have him on record as having lied before. I'm not saying that it makes me hate the guy or anything like that. I think it's just part of his job. I think to a degree, like, you have to say certain things. And when you have to give these interviews every single year, eventually you get caught in a conundrum, basically. Really be T-posing? That's right. That's right. She's T-posing on y'all. Okay, chat, let's well, hold on. Yeah, let's take a look here, because you guys wanted to see the coins and I have not seen it myself. So I definitely have a lot more, because I think my mailbox was down to something like 30. So there is some stuff in here, but maybe I'm misremembering. We're gonna grab that. Ooh, quartz. Okay, so let's see. I've got Tlaloc. Got 30 more Proto Merlin. 160 Oberon coins. Oh boy. Yeah, Oberon. My Oberon's about to hit Bond 14. He's getting close, chat. He's almost done at this point. Kukulkan gets to 10. Ooh, that is a 120 double X. So those are enough coins to give her a new append. Ishtar just shy. Dantes. Yeah, I guess even for low stars, I didn't even think about that. Like, the bonding level is now going to change even for the low stars. So that's going to be interesting. Skadoodle. Bunny now has enough for another append. Oh, fuck. That's probably going to be the crit append on her at this point, because I don't think that the 5th append really matters. At least not for her. 90 on MASH. Ooh, that means I can do another append on MASH. 80 here. I'm not done with her to 120 yet. I got a ton of Musashi coins. Oh wait, no, that was Mama Raiko. So that put her over the 120 mark, so she should have a new append as well. Oh my god, the Koyan coins. Oh my god. Gray. Yep. Yep. Chat, we can finish Castoria at 120. Oh man, that's oof. That's oof. That's Bond 15. Yep, that is Bond 15. Okay. Yeah, then there's Scotty. That's a Bond 14 Scotty. Okay, nothing too much here. Wait, how did I get so many Tamamo coins? Like, oh no, yeah, because it's been weird ever since I got the first Tamamo. Now Tamamo has begun spooking me on JP, which she never did really on an A. I don't think my maid altar's done at 120 yet on JP, or wait, no, did we just finish her on JP? One of the servers I just finished her on, I'm not sure which. Getting hard to keep track, chat. Lartori only gets 80. My Lartori is not, like, super bonded out. Oh, he's not on JP. Still not enough there, but we can bond our way into more. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Now, the interesting thing is, I'm not sure that I actually want to unlock a new append on her right away. Reason being, I could reasonably take her to 120 if I just wait, am patient, and switch the append. I've waited long enough already. I don't see why I shouldn't just go ahead and wait for longer. Okay, Nero Bride's got more. Salter is 10 shy of another append there for her. And Artoria gets a new append. Okay, yeah. So the rest is, you can see, our foes. Which actually, now that we've got these units as we roll here, I'm probably going to use all those foes after this point, because like that's the whole reason I was sitting on foes, because I knew we had the summer banners coming up. So post summer, yeah, I think I'm going to be way more likely to like let my foes go, because I'm getting really close to finishing all of my units being foed on JP. It's taken a long time, but I'm going to be really happy to get there. Okay, yeah, I definitely don't have a lot in the tank right now, so let's do paid la single, chat. So here we go. Oh, wait, do I not? So none of it's paid. Okay, well, let me do a multi here, because I'm definitely gonna end up needing a pack then. Oh, coupon codes are a thing. I know Aniplex will never give them out, but that's interesting. Ooh, new 4-star C. Honestly, that looks better than Cagliostro's like in-game art. Oh! Wow! Wow! Desire sensor? I know. That is what worries me. Oh, I'm hearing double. Hold on, chat. Oh, gold orbs again. Let's go! Wow, the catalyst worked. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna jinx myself if I say it. I'll tell y'all after the rolls are done. I will tell y'all after the rolls are done. Great start, yep. I can't believe that was the thing. Do 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 do.
人類最後の楽園、未来のドバイにようこそ。私は DB ドバイ。快適な都市観光を約束する最大にして最上級のセレブリティ AI です。
Oh, celebrity AI.
私の手は安らかなベッド。私の胸は理想のファーム。出荷前の羊のように
SRB board? Yeah.
お守りしますので、精一杯 楽しんでくださいね。
Yeah, reboot it.
ダブル X アルタクラスはボーイアイドルいえ確かセイバーだった気がします。黒き甲冑をまといデスサイズを振るうすべての実りを収穫するものと呼ぶといいでしょう。すなわち実りとは因果とか伏線とかあと食べ物的な意味で。
The only thing is, I'm not wild about her first Ascension color scheme. I feel like they picked the most atrocious color combination they possibly could have. That's my only issue with it. Let me double check here.
おや、何か物入りかな。
Also, just mirrored did song requests get louder.
ではどうぞこちらへ。楽しいものから怖いものまでお望みのものを紹介しよう。
There is no SR? Oh. That explains it. Hold on, chat. Give me 1 second to fix this. I know why it's louder now. I'm glad you guys said that. There we go. Now it's not as loud. Okay. Now you guys should be able to hear it. And there you go. So what you guys just saw is the purchase just came through. So now we have it. So now you can do the paidless single. Really is T-posing on us? She will continue to T-pose on you. Is she not, like, responding to any other inputs? Someone spent the mill again? Apparently? Oh boy, Roma. So he's at 1? Yeah, we're at one of both double XA and BB Dubai. That was me that forced her to strip? I see. How do you buy Sanctuary on JP? You can now do it through the Aniplex online store, and it is way better. It's also at a discount than if you had to buy the pack normally, which is really nice because now I don't have to go through third-party sites to buy like iTunes gift cards, which is how I used to do it. And even though JP has gotten quite cheap compared to United States, the sites that you'd have to use for that usually had a markup on them. So like now I've just cut out the middleman and now I get it even cheaper. So she's dancing though. Yes, she is. Although she's doing some like weird movements there. I'm still going through the gift cards, and yeah, the markup's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't recommend it. Just do it on the site. There's no downside. Like, it is just basically way easier. The only issue with it might be that there is a slight delay until the quartz shows up in your account, but it's usually not that big of a deal. You guys saw, basically from the time I pressed the button to like switching pages there, it popped up on its own. Huh? Okay, so not a mineral, but not a whole lot going on there. Do you think 3.2 and 3.3 will have new servant banners? I don't know, honestly. Like, I suspect they will. Like, there's gonna be banners for it. Whether or not they'll be new is another thing entirely. But like, they have to do something, right? Like, there's no way they're gonna let the game be totally dead, like banner-wise, for like over a month. I guarantee they'll throw something at us. What it will be, I don't know. Just want to be sure they don't want to pull a fast one on us with the counts. There's not really anything they can do. Hard to follow up that first pull? Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, new. Okay, so that's the male 3-star C. I was like, huh? It's like I didn't see flashes there. Then we get another one right after that. Gotta love it. For the 5-star? Yeah. Wait, isn't that the new 5-star? Isn't that like, that's not the male one, right? Oh my god! Oh shit. What is this? Chat, it is what it is. It is what it is. Using up that luck, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this is the banner I wish to use the luck on. It's just not the not the correct unit. Huh. Yeah, what is this one? Oh right, yeah. Yeah, this is the new like this is basically an attack up equivalent of Ox Demon King. So this is a nice CE. That's a better pull than a lot of people here probably realize. Yeah, it's really, really good. And that C just came out too. Do I have some kind of BB effect? I don't know. I'm a gamer. There's the new male 5-star C. Yeah, that's why I was so confused. I was like, hold on, that's not the male one. They're really good on Buster support since they don't bring attack. I mean, they're really good on every support, right? Like, I want you to think about this, right? Like, yeah, they might be really good for Buster. Do you know who they're better for? Every other card type that doesn't have Ox Demon King. Because, like, that's just a marked improvement all of a sudden for them. Like, that is a really good CE when you don't care what your support brings. Because, like, at that point, like, let's say, you know, like, you're in a challenge scenario, you might want to take something like 2030 or Prisma Cosmos on your support. But if you're just in, like, a 3-turn and you just need damage, and you're not in the middle of, like, an event where you need to be carrying event Cs, you just slap that sucker on and you're just like, ha. This is so much simpler. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what I have to do is like on the side, I have to kind of like pre-prep for like purchases, but that's not difficult to do. The only problem I was having was I couldn't find the quartz page again. Because the site, interestingly enough, the site doesn't exactly like plaster it on the front page all the time. So like you're not quite sure exactly where to go. I even tried searching for it and that didn't work because it doesn't accept English search commands. But it's funny because I found it real fast the first time, but I didn't like keep the page open. So the second time around, I was like, oh shit. Dokkan finally added a pity. Are they like one of the last ones that didn't have it? Have you cooked for her? I did not. This is a exception to the Saberface rule. XXA would not prefer my cooking. She's a sweet girl. So what I have is I have some ice cream for her. Exactly. Chocolate? It has chocolate in it. I'd have made her cheesecake. Oh, please, no. I should not eat cheesecake. Not more than I already have. Meanwhile, BB storms in like, so what's for dinner? I don't think BB would do that. I think BB would just kidnap me and be like, you know what time it is. That's just BB things. Hey, Ari. No, I haven't started Ordeal Call 3. Probably won't get to until after the rolls. Sounds like a good time to me, though. Oh, you'll be in heaven for a little bit. Song request die again? It's probably just something really low. Yeah, it was so low that even I couldn't hear it. Ordeal Call 3 is just Olympus Part 2. I mean, good thing it's not a requirement then. Opera Omnia didn't have a pity. But it didn't have Gacha for units. It had the weapons for the units instead. Yeah, I feel like I remember that because one of my buddies played it. BB heard you wanted to digitize yourself. She just wants to help. Probably. At least the supports aren't bad like in Olympus. I mean, listen, chat, like, I'm gonna be real with you. Ordeal Call's been, like, ridiculously easy so far. So if they have one hard one, I don't think it's the end of the world. Foreigner. There we go. There's the second copy. Nope, not saying it. Not saying it. Nope, not saying it. I'm smarter than this. I'm gonna insert my foot in my mouth if I say it. If I say it, I'm in trouble. Wait, isn't that a new permanent C as well? Too late, you thought it? No. Was ow, right down the wrong tube. It's always my mouth that gets me in trouble. I like how as I was trying to say that, I literally ended up choking on food. Do we still have 0 general pool foreigners? Yes. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they've given us another one. Oh wait, no. No, isn't Hold on, let me double check before I insert foot in mouth again. I want to say Tlaloc, but she's story locked, isn't she? Oh, Pretender, right? Yeah, duh. Yeah, we have welfares, but that's it. Everybody limited. You said it? I didn't say it. I just said my mouth gets me in trouble, which is true. And that's why I said I'm not gonna say it. You can get Mixer from Evo, that's it. Yeah. Permanent foreigner Lavinia when? She would be an interesting character. She's one of the designs that they've kind of gone like hard on that they never turned into a character, and I was never really sure why. Despair, thank you for the $2. Sorry, I just saw it over here. I need to like get an alert or something for like super chats. Because for some odd reason it does not like I can see it if I look at the YouTube chat, but it doesn't show up in like my bot. And I always feel terrible if I like don't see it. They've sidelined the foreigner storyline since 4.5. Yeah, I mean, kind of, right? Like, I always assumed that kind of like the beasts, the foreigners are just out there. Always. There we go. There's a Tlaloc. And yeah, chat, that was not what I was referring to. Like, it was, but it wasn't. There is a certain term that if I say it, I will be in trouble. World's been good, Cena. I love this song. Hello, Sleepy. How's it going? I love the Summer Charlie. See, yeah. Outer God stuff is going to be Arc 3. Japan loves their Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, like, to me, if they haven't already resolved it by Arc 3, it will get resolved in Arc 3. If he says Beetlejuice 3 times in a row, we're screwed. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That's how it works, chat. Oh, crap. Hold on. All right, so let's see, chat. I haven't pulled the trigger because I forgot to pull it while we were in the middle of that roll, right? So this is going to be me basically saying, like, yes, I would like to purchase. I wish it would remember that. Okay, the transaction is complete. So let's see. By the way, is any of the mods keeping track? There you go. That fast, chat. So, like, there is not much of a delay. If there is a delay, it's not very, like, very much. It's pretty darn quick. I can keep track, I guess? Yeah, I'm surprised. Normally we have a mod keeping track. Just got here, though? Right. I'm not sure. Chat, does anyone know how deep we are in at this point? Like, that was my second pack. I think we started with 59. And I did, like... I did a paid La Single. Still my class before you started stream. Yeah, I don't remember how many it was for me either. We could check the history page, but I can't read Japanese. That's so weird. I'm not able to, like, add it to my favorites. You just scroll through it. I can count. Sure. You can do it after this. It is definitely weird. Do you have to call your bank to say, yeah, I made those purchases? No. Nope. I mean, like, you can definitely use, like, a credit card. You can use, like, I don't advise using a debit card for stuff like this, chat. Use a credit card, use PayPal, use something, right? Like, something where, not that I really condone it, but if you had to, you could do a chargeback. Because every once in a while, there's some fucky stuff with payment processors. Plus the single, so just count 2 times the summons and add 1. Yeah. Basically. Okay, where's my history page? It's one of these, isn't it? There we go. Well, here, you can see I'm 272 from pity, I think. Or is that 272 towards pity? I don't know. 272 towards. Wait. Huh? Do a poll and see the change. That's a good idea. It's counting down. That's what I would think. It should be counting down by 11. And then plus 1. Oh yeah, but now Ari, there's an actual like tabulation in the bottom right. I just haven't used it before now. You already got BB, so it reset. Oh, true. Fudge. I forgot about that. Yeah, since every copy has pity now. That's such a nice change. I know not everybody is gonna be like, oh, hey, that was a good change. I wanted something else for pity. But like, obviously for me as a whale, that's a great change on an A. But even my JP account, chat. Yeah, I've definitely rolled enough to hit pity before. So like, it's still a good change as far as I'm concerned. I think he's on multi 6. I think I'm deeper than most of you guys are saying. I think this is like multi 8 or 9. Pity on 4-star be infinite, yeah. Is multi-9 or so. That's what I was thinking as well. Like, I haven't paid explicit attention, but remember, chat, we bought 2 packs, and a pack is basically 5.5. So, like, it's a thing. Okay, let's see. All right, so multi number 1, multi number 2, multi number 3, multi number 4, multi number 5, multi number 6, multi number 7, multi number 8, multi, that's the single, number 9. Yeah, so 9 plus 1. There you go, chat. Damn, we were right on the money. Go latent whale instinct, where I haven't really paid attention, but I still had a rough estimate for how deep I was. That's a veterancy that I don't want to have. Out of all the superpowers you could have, the ability to predict what multi you're on is not a good one. I must have blanked those other multis. No, it's fine. Like, this sort of stuff happens, especially when you're rolling a bunch. Like, you just sit there and you go like, oh, oops, hee. Rolled too much so you're trained to know. Exactly. Like, I know roughly how long a multi takes to roll through too. So it's a thing, unfortunately. That's also why when I'm like, I don't know, like 500 quarts deep and chat's like, Cad, stop, you're so deep. I'm like, not really. Like, usually you can tell, like, if I ever get to the point that I'm actually like malding beyond just like some weird ass act of God in the middle of a multi that was like something that triggered me. Like, if I'm actually malding about the rolls, you'll be able to tell that only happens like over 2,000 quarts. That only happens like over the amount where I'm like, fuck. All people on my list were, yep. Forana! Let's go. NP3 already. We doing good, chat. 2,000 Saintcourt's NP2 moments. NP2? NP2? What do you mean NP2? You mean 2,000 Saintcourt's no SSR? You have exactly my rolls in the same amount? Like, actually? Damn, wild. Wait, but I thought you didn't get Tlaloc, or like you only got her like way deeper. You got 1 copy? Okay. There we go. NP5 Summer Ushi took me 1,200 quartz because I got 11 spooks in a row. Were they SSR spooks? Because if so, that's a really good servant rate. But if some of those were like SRs, then like, yeah, it happens. Random 4 stars. Gotcha. Oh yeah, sorry, you said Summer Ushi. My brain went to like Tyra basically. But yeah, Summer Ushi. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this. Summer banners are like pretty notoriously bad because they're almost always joint rate ups with multiple 4 stars, and the game since the pity change has not been good with handling 4 stars. So Summer Kegi Kyo win. I think it could happen. NP5 Cersei took like 2,600 Saint Quartz and 1 SR ticket. Jesus. Yeah, that's like, to me, that shouldn't happen on a 4 star. Especially if you're able to roll like solo rate ups. Where 4 stars are on split banners? Yeah, dude, like it used to be so good for being able to like target a particular SR. Now it's like, too bad, you're getting them all anyways. And usually you get wrong lucked and you get cursed and you get the one that you don't want. Usually. Cat spends more time rolling than playing the game. No, I wouldn't say that. Do you think they can bring back class banners if they just put 5 star of that class on rate up? Yeah, I mean, look, I'll say this. I think that's the one change they still really do need to make on pity is they desperately need to allow for like, how do I put this? Like, they desperately need to allow for rotational rate up to preserve. So like when the banner that you were rolling on changes from one day to the next, that the pity amount is preserved. If they allow for that, the game is like way better at pity at this point. And people can complain about the amount all they want, but no, it's just, dear Lord, that would be such a nice quality of life. That's like the last one I really want them to do. Because it would basically allow them to go back to the old banner structures. They would still make a ton of money. Everybody would be a lot happier since it rolled over. And I think it would just be a win-win basically on everybody's sides. Because like, so for instance, chat, like I said, a lot of people probably don't think much of the pity change that they did make. But let me explain something to you. So like, let's say you rolled like 700 quartz. Okay? So for some of you, that's going to be a lot, right? Let's say, I don't know, maybe your goal was like a 4 star or something. It wasn't the 5 star. But, you know, you didn't hate the 5 star, you still want them. In that scenario, what if you rolled the 5 star right off the bat? Like you got them, okay? Like in your very first multi, boom, there they are. Now, because pity still exists on that unit, you go 700 quartz deep, chat. You're only like 200 quartz away from hitting pity again. Without this change, you would stop rolling right then and there. With this change, some people will go, ooh, I'm kind of close. I may as well just do the last little bit and get another pity so I get a higher NP level. Right? Like that's the thing. It will change some players' roll strategy by having it in there. So them not having pity on multiple on multiple copies, if anything, all it did was cost them money. It didn't end up giving them money. And I think that's what they finally realized. I think they went like, oh crap, yeah, we could be making more money this way. Okay, can you give me pity? I'm real close. Yeah. Yeah, it feels bad getting an SSR when you're rolling for SRs. It happens, right? But that's what I'm saying is like, I really do think that that some people might go like, you know what, I'm close. Let me just go ahead and hit the pity. But without that consideration, without that application of having pity applied to every NP level, nobody rolls. They just go, well, I never know when the next copy of the SSR is, so I'm done. Like, and that makes perfect sense on the players' behalf. Behalf. I've got MP2 Dubai and 500 state courts remaining. I'm thinking of waiting to see what's in store for Ordeal Call 3 and don't know if I want to go for NP3. Yeah, I think that's a smart move. I think if you've got NP2 of a unit, you're largely good, right? Hello, Khan. I remember first Merlin banner on Solomon Singularity, 1,000 plus Saint Courts for 0 SSRs, Pepe hands. Yeah, those are the days. A lot of chat is still like newer to the game in that regard. Thankfully, a lot of you didn't have to roll like during the time period of no pity. Like everyone will bemoan the pity system and say it could be better. This is true, but like, oh man. I want y'all to imagine not having a pity. It's so much worse. At least there is a finite number, a number that you know that if you can get to it, you will get your character. Prior to that, nope. OG Tamamo incident. Oh yeah, you had Tamamo, you had Jalter, you had Erish Kagal. Basically any high profile like waifu that a lot of people liked, people were mauling. Like it was Exodus events as people would actually like leave the game over it. They'd go, I didn't get my waifu, I'm done. And like that was just a commonplace thing. And it's why, chat, still to this day, there are just so many salty ex-FGO players. And I've told people this before, but it's like, you literally see people that just like, they exist out there. They used to play FGO and all they do is shit on it anytime it comes up. And that's why. They have an axe to grind with the game. Friend of mine dropped after an Erish incident. Yeah, which the only thing I could say is like, if you drop in that scenario, that's the only way to ensure you never get the unit, right? Like, because if you keep playing, there will be another banner. I don't want to sound like I'm encouraging like bad behavior or anything like that. If you feel like it's your time to like to be done with a gacha game, to quit, do it, right? Like I think that's the healthiest thing for you. But let's be real, most of those people go like, oh god, this game is so trash, it's such a money pit, and then they go off and they just start like wailing on another gacha game, and you're like, yeah. There were salty post compilations on the subreddit every big banner. Yep. Cat always has insane luck. 2 BB Dubais and 400 Saint Courts. When I rolled in A recently, I took near pity to get Bakin. Listen, chat. No, I don't always have insane luck, okay? I always have insane luck. Or I have insane bad luck. One or the other. It's either like, Cad went to pity 3 times in a row, or like, hey, Cad luck's back. It just is the way it is. It is either a peak or a valley. I would mauled if I get a BB in a roll. Wait, why? For me, I set a limit, and if I don't get it in that limit and have no way to continue, then I just accept it wasn't meant to be and try again on the next one. Happened to me with an MHX. Yeah, I think like part of the issue in FGO is twofold. One, it's people's mentality about rolling is probably the worst in FGO out of any of the gacha games I've seen. What do I mean? There's no concept of saving in this game. People roll every fucking banner. They try to grab every unit when this game has over 400 units. And it's like, I'll never understand that mentality, especially from the free-to-play crowd, why they just go like banner to banner with no plan whatsoever. Like, it is a thing you can do, but it's naturally going to result in you getting molded. Like, you are going to get shafted by those banners regularly at that point. Because it's like, oh, like, I'll never forget, chat. I raided into this one dude who didn't even really stream the game. And it's one of the reasons that I don't really like to raid total randoms at the point in time, because it was like one of the stupidest things to ever expose my community to. We raided this guy, and like, thankfully, like I said, I don't think he's like ever streamed the game again or anything like that, so I don't even remember who it was, for that matter. So it's like, it's not me trying to like hate on someone or anything like that, but literally, right, like we raided into this guy, and he had just finished his rolls, and he was ranting. He was on a tirade. He was deeply upset. Okay, he was saying, I'm gonna quit the game, this is ridiculous, I never get what I want. And in that time period, he ends up, because like people are asking him like, oh my god, like, who are you rolling for? And he's like, Astolfo. And I was like, okay, how much did you roll? I rolled 120 quartz. And I'm like, okay, like, that's it? Like, yeah, I mean, that's enough on average to get an SR. But like, that's just not realistic, right? Gigic Lamau? Yeah, like it's really funny now in retrospect, but this was before the Gigic thing, I think. It's just like, yeah, it's just one of those deals where like I raid into that and I'm just like, this is sort of the issue, is people have unrealistic expectations and they have no concept of what the averages in the game are, and they don't have that perspective. So they think 120 quartz is a lot. 120 quartz is not a lot. It's not even a full pack, right? So like, I'm sorry, it is what it is, but no, it's like, you can maul, you can complain about that, but the only reason you didn't have more quartz is because you didn't save more. You rolled them on other units. So it's like, if Astolfo is the unit that you really want, and you blew your entire load before the Astolfo banner came, that's your own damn fault. That's why I said, like, it's only really been in this game that I've really seen that like deep upsettedness over that sort of thing. People definitely YOLO in other games, and people definitely don't get stuff and they get upset, but it's only been in FGO that I've seen people actually go like unhinged and feral and like basically over small quartz amounts, like, I rolled 60 quartz and I didn't get it, and like then they'll fucking quit the game. Then I'm like, oh, okay. I think it's that's one half of the equation, is basically people's mentality, right? The other half of the equation is FGO just makes characters all really well done. They're all attractive to some way, shape, or form. Every character has a backstory. Every character has a bunch of cool bond lines and like different ascensions and different animations. And usually in the course of 3 ascensions, a final ascension, and all the animations, plus some bond lines and some story maybe even added in, like with event or story interactions. Somewhere in the midst of all that, someone goes, hey, I like that character and I want them. And that's usually when that like ends up getting them. And that's why they go like banner to banner. They roll on every single one. I've seen the same thing in Honkai Star Rail and Genshin. It's gacha game problem, not an FGO problem. Right. What I'm saying is, while I have seen it in other games, I have never seen anybody get as bad as they do in FGO with like totally unrealistic expectations. Like, I'm not saying it's not a concept that's not present in other places. For some odd reason, FGO, people will lose their shit over very little. And I think like it happens less nowadays, but part of the reason it happened so much back in the day was the lack of pity. It was the fact that people just went like crazy. You don't go on Reddit then? Oh, no. So let's be clear here. I don't go on Reddit. You want to know why I don't go on Reddit? Never trust anything anyone says on Reddit. If someone's angry on Reddit, they're just looking for attention. That's the honest to God truth, chat. It's the same thing as somebody being angry on Twitter. It's the truth of the matter. Like, if you write a like essay on Reddit or Twitter about why you're upset and you explain it, that's different. But the people that just sit there and go, I didn't get what I want. No, that's just them like venting at that moment. It's the same on Twitter. It absolutely is the same. As an adult. You know what I have learned in all of my years of playing video games, chat? It's not that I'm an adult. It's just the mentality that I have. I am more mature than most other people at stuff like that. I can totally be immature as much as the next person, but usually with how I conduct myself, unless I'm like with my friends, I'm not immature, right? Whereas other people are constantly immature, no matter their age. And the reason I know this, chat, is because I have been in raid guilds since I was like 14. And it was funny because I'll never forget how it took my entire raid guild over a year to figure out that I was a 14-year-old. They had no idea. They just assumed I was a normal, like, dude, like the rest of them. And it's because they couldn't tell, right? Like, I just conducted myself pretty normally. I didn't do the cringe shit that most young people normally do. Did you tell them? No, someone finally figured it out. Another XXA. Double X ass. Feel good, man. NP4, yep. One more to go, chat. Hopefully we get it. Literally same. I promise I'm not trying to sound cool, Lamau. How dare you? How dare you story steal? No, I'm just kidding. I'm lucky my friends have brought me up and give me some tough skin. Yeah, I think that's really all it is like, I don't just sit there and complain every 2 seconds. Like, so it probably sounds to you guys like I complain a lot on this channel. It probably does. And I'm not going to say that I don't complain. I do. But probably the reason it sounds like it's a lot to you guys is because I'm constantly getting asked questions about my opinion on things. That's going to make it sound like I'm complaining. When the reality is I'm just answering someone's question. Right? Like, and that's the truth of the matter. It's not me like sitting here trying to like sit here and like only complain. I think it's just a natural like issue with live service, or sorry, not live service. I've been watching way too many video game videos lately. It's I think the nature of the beast when it comes to being a like live content creator, right? Live streaming, you're naturally going to have a ton of people asking you leading questions that's going to lead to complaints about things. It's not the woe is me. Yeah, like normally I totally understand, and you'll hear me as a lot of the times I'll try to qualify my statements or I'll try to rationalize them. I'll try to go like, hey, you know, why did the devs do this? I don't know. Like I think it might be this, but I don't know the actual reason. And like I'll just openly admit that sort of thing, that a lot of other people will just make a blanket statement and make it sound like that. So like even my complaints normally are pretty well put together. Doesn't mean people agree with me. I think everybody has different opinions on stuff. It happens in bursts, kind of. It does. And I think like part of this too, chat, is that like naturally, if something negative happens, people are going to be asking way more negative leading questions, right? Like think about that. If you if we have something like the coin situation happen, everybody starts asking me what my opinion is on that, and I have to talk about why I don't like the coin situation, right? That's just a natural thing. Even if I liked the coin situation, it would probably be stupid of me, and I should probably continue to like talk about why I didn't like it, since the rest of the community didn't. That being said, normally I'm not the follower and the person that says just the exact same thing as everyone else. A lot of the time, and like for instance, this happened the other day. Somebody got really upset at me over something I said on stream, in one of the stream comments, and I had to respond to them. But like, people will accuse me of like just regurgitating things that other people say, and that like, oh, I'm just saying this for X reason. I'm like, no, normally I'm saying it because it's my actual opinion. I give you guys my honest to God opinion. I don't normally like, how do I put this? I don't normally like sit here and just try to say something that I think will please you guys. It is what it is, but I think it's just it's something that I've learned is it's very difficult to sit there and like lie to people over and over again and to like come up with all these like fake stances. You end up at best a hypocrite and at worst a just serial liar, and it's why, like, to me, I'd rather just give you my own earnest 2 cents. You finally beat Millennia? Nice. Congratulations. 66 tries. Honestly, for a boss like that, it's not terrible. Do you like the current system of bond kettles? I don't hate them. I just am not really sure why they need a limitation at this point. I'll save up to get Drake in November. Do it. I've always found any complaints to be well thought out and articulated in an understandable way. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been lurking since I've been fighting her. This is the last few weeks. Yeah. It's all good, Jade. I'm glad you got her. Major props, my man. I had to use bleed cheese back when I played. You know, people will say bleed is cheesy. I don't have an issue with bleed overall. It's just, it's the strong thing. Wait, Ryder. Okay, I thought I was literally about to get cursed with Drake. Actually, that wouldn't be much of a curse. That would be a blessing on my JP account. But I thought, like, because I mentioned that, I literally inserted foot and mouth again. Praxis, thank you for the 100 bits. I have a hot take about USOs. I think it's a fine system. Hear me out first. I promise I'm not defending USOs. Listen, you're in like reasonable company. I'm not gonna jump all over someone just because they said something. Like, I might disagree with whatever it is that you're about to say, but I'm not gonna like, you know how some people get, right? It's not as a pity system. It's not fine as a pity system, but for getting out of dupes, getting used to dupes. Archer? Oh no, not the red man on JP. Actually, that's good. I don't have NP5 him on JP. And he was an infamous USO. Okay, so but for getting use out of dupes. In other gachas, you don't really get much use out of dupes past max copies, but everything you get a USO, you are one step closer to getting a free character. Shouldn't be 10 IMO. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the USO system is well intended but terribly implemented, and it's like implemented in the scummiest way they possibly could. So it's like, I think it's sort of the precursor to what you see in a lot of other gacha games now, where they have like tokens, and every time you roll the unit, you get these tokens, and then if you like, you get enough of it, or you get like bad rolls and you're not able to get the thing that you want, you can actually use the tokens to purchase it. So I think that's what they were trying to do with USOs. It's just, dear lord, it is terribly done. You rolled story? No, this isn't story. Hey, it's the Honkai Star Rail character. Please no. It's really funny to see how much the two communities get at their throats. Like, chat, y'all know I don't like MiHoYo games, right? I don't begrudge anyone that wants to play the MiHoYo games though. As long as people are respectful towards me and respectful towards like FGO, like I don't give a shit. And in that regard, it's the same way where it's like I'm very much live and let live on MiHoYo. It's like I don't really want to hear about it or see it, but it is what it is. Hey, Tlaloc, there we go. Second copy finally. But yeah, it's like I don't know why, but I guess it's just Twitter personalities. They have to butt heads. They have to have drama. And so like you just see it all the time where like the two communities just want to trash talk each other. Which is one of the things I don't like about Twitter. I freaking hate the algorithm sometimes, man. It leads to so much bad behavior. Say what you want about MiHoYo, but they have a better pity than FGO. They do. They absolutely have a better pity than FGO. I think the way their pity system's designed, it is designed to just make way more players spend money on their game. So in that regard, it's sort of like insidious. But, I mean, would you rather have to spend a lot of money or a little money? And I think that's where that concept comes from. Was like, yeah, I think at that point, I'd rather just have to spend a little bit of money than to have to go all the way all the time, right? That being said, I don't know. You guys saw, like, this banner was pretty good to us early on, right? Like, I love the fact that I can get lucky in FGO. I think that is something that everybody overlooks because everybody has this like confirmation bias, so they don't like feel that like time that they luck sacked. Like they do, they're really happy in the moment, but they quickly forget about it. And the only thing that they kind of remember over time is every time they didn't. They remember all the times that they got unlucky. They don't remember every time they got lucky. Tribalism over video games, one of the cringiest things most people can do. Yeah, I mean, like, and a lot of the times when you'll hear me complain about that sort of stuff, I'm usually complaining just because, like, it's getting thrust in my face constantly. Oh man, I really wanted to comment on this today, but there was an artist that was bitching that, like, they were getting FGO stuff on their timeline when all they wanted to do was post about Zenless Zone Zero. And I laughed so hard because I was like, you know what? Serves you right. Because, like, I swear, all the Twitter algorithm does is try to shove Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, and Genshin Impact down my throat. Every time I tell them I am not interested in those posts, and it still tries. It still freaking tries. So I was just like, yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, must suck to be on the opposite side of the equation. You can win 5 times, but the one loss will hurt more. What are you talking about in FGO? Like going all the way to pity in FGO? I disagree with that take. You can be free to play and get a guaranteed character every 70 days or so. What, in a MiHoYo game? I think that's assuming that you hit base pity, not like max pity. And chat, base pity's a 50-50 in those games. So no, I disagree with that disagreement. But like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Like, part of the reason that I say that the MiHoYo system is designed to turn more people into whales is because they don't normally give you a lot of like free currency in their game. They know that pity's low, so they kind of choke that. Then on top of that, they choke other things like the actual economy of the game for gathering resources and stuff. And that's why you have a battle pass. Then on top of that, you don't get a login. And that's why you end up having the Welkin Moon. That's the insidious nature of the game. It's not any one aspect. It's all of it combined. It's why there's so few true free-to-plays in those games. Almost everybody buys at least the Welkin, and it's really kind of funny to see. Cad doubles down a lot when he has an opinion. It's not that. I just will defend my opinion, right? Like, I'm basically used to debating people all the time. So it's like, if somebody's going to tell me that I'm wrong, it's fine. But, like, please understand, it's not necessarily going to make me agree. Hoyo Games True Pity is 160. It's not 70. Right. In MiHoYo, you get a rainbow per patch for $5 a month. Good for 3 guaranteed units per year. You get a rainbow per patch for $5 a month. Wait, huh? Explain that to me. Like I feel like you're talking about something like the Welkin and how much currency it gives you, but I'm confused. Reminds me of the popularity of Frozen back in the past. I don't dislike it, but it's everywhere, so I got sick of it. Yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of stuff on Twitter, though, right? In the same way that, like, right now, like for the past, like, month or so here, if you didn't like Monster Hunter, and you were on Twitter, and you were involved in gaming news, you probably got sick of Monster Hunter constantly getting talked about. And it'll be a thing as well, again, in the future. Same thing even more in the future with, like, Grand Theft Auto. Some people don't care about who is right. They just want to win. Yeah, like I said, I have no issue, like, admitting that I'm wrong. To me, that's the other thing I think most people don't get about me, is I think most people just assume Cat always wants to be right. I don't necessarily want to be wrong. I don't think anyone wants to be wrong. But I have no problem admitting when, like, I've been proven wrong, right? Because, like, shit happens, mistakes are made, and people have misconceptions. I think it's just a natural thing. So, like, in the same way that I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong, I usually also don't hold people's opinions against them, unless they're assholes about it. So it's like, if Chad, if you guys disagree with me, I'll debate you on it, but, like, I don't know. I don't immediately go like, that asshole. It's not something that I, like, hold a grudge against or, like, remember for a time. It's basically something that, like, I end up talking with so many people that I couldn't possibly do it even if I wanted to. A bunch of MiHoYo freebies come from exploration too. That's true, but those are finite. So, like, once you've explored the world in Genshin, it's gone, right? But yeah, like, I think that's why, like, especially when Genshin was first starting out, everyone really loved it and thought the game was super generous. If you guys remember, there was a lot of, like, misconceptions over chests respawning and stuff like that. People thought it was more generous than it actually was. As someone who tried Zenless Zone Zero without the Welkin equivalent, I can confirm it was a bit of a drag. That being said, 16 or so Welkins is a pack. 16 or so Welkins? Wait, like, you have to purchase 16 Welkins, or like 16 logins with the Welkin? Honestly, can't wait for Monster Hunter. I can't either. It's great. FGO gives like 3 pities worth of Sanct Quartz for free, but there's more Sanct Quartz per year. That's true. Yeah, but like, and the only thing I'm gonna say on this is, like, you guys know, right? Like, you don't have to have every unit. I think that's the excuse me. I think that's the issue that a lot of people have with FGO, and it's like we were talking about before. People really view the game as a, like, gotta catch them all, like, as a collection thing, and I'm like, chat, unless you're a whale, you need to stop that mentality right now. Like, you are not going to get every unit in the game as a free-to-play. It's just not a thing. Did you play Star Rail for a bit? I did play Star Rail for a bit. I have not played Zenless Zone Zero. And I probably will not touch any other MiHoYo game. And the reason for that just has to do with how they price their games. So it's like, if they would change the monetization structure, I might reconsider. But with how it's currently monetized, it's the same sort of Okay, I'm gonna say this is gonna sound like a dig, but it's the same sort of live service slop that I don't like in other games, right? Like, so for instance, in FGO you have a login bonus. You're incentivized to log in, but if you don't log in, you don't like really miss out. You miss out on that particular login bonus, but it's not like you had any stake in it, right? Versus, let's take the Welkin. The Welkin, you've now paid for that. So if you don't take advantage of it, you're losing money. And that's kind of one of the examples that I would give you of like, it creates this like extra anxious layer of FOMO that's like really bad when you fall off of it. And I don't think that should be something that games should put you through. Another Twilight. Wow. She making a comeback. Is the weapon banners? Yeah, and I often don't talk about the weapon banners because I'm gonna be real with y'all, chat. I never rolled the weapon banners. They to me, they seemed like an absolute like waste. I think the best way to play Star Rail is completely free to play. I get your perspective if you want to collect though. Yeah, like, and that's, if I were gonna play a MiHoYo game, I would have to play it completely free to play at this point. Because I think the second you get inside that infrastructure and you start spending money on it, you're just going to keep spending money. They've got you at that point. Like, you're going to be like, oh, you know, I'll only get the Welkin. And then the Welkin won't be enough suddenly. And then you'll be like, it's just one pack. And then you won't have the materials for your character and be like, it's just a battle pass. And it's just gonna keep going, baby. Now, to be fair, chat, like I said, this is no different than the same sort of like nature of people going like, but I really like this unit. I know I should be saving. I'm just gonna YOLO. Like people do this in FGO too. A lot of it's about restraint. But the key to like having restraint and having willpower is not tempting yourself. Like, the more you tempt yourself, the more likely you are to crack under that pressure. The less you tempt yourself, the better you are. Yeah, I don't know how Star Rail's endgame is compared to like Genshin. I know Genshin doesn't really have one. Like, Genshin's basically just like the whatchamacallit. I can't remember it now. I can't remember the name. Thank God I can't remember the name. It's been long enough. I've finally forgotten. Star Rail's better than Genshin. I think that's just gonna depend on your playstyle. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If you're more casual, Genshin's probably better. I think if you're a busybody or you need like your time like wasted, Star Rail's better. I think that sort of thing is always just a perspective thing. Abyss, thank you, yeah. And where Zenless fits into that comparison? I got no idea. You can just auto Honkai Star Rail? Yeah, for perspective on this, Strom, you can play Genshin Impact on patch, and then after that patch is over, you cannot play Genshin Impact for like another 3 months. And that's the truth of the matter. Like, one of those seems way more casual to me than the other. You miss out on daily jimmies, though. That's true, you do, right? Like, that is gonna be a thing. It's just like, it's not like they're gonna keep constantly like shilling content in front of you, right? I wouldn't say HSR is more wasty though. I would, because you have like like simulacrum and stuff in the game. You have like roguelike stuff that's going to end up taking you a little bit more time, right? But maybe, right? Like I don't know. Maybe like for someone that's truly at end game in both games, maybe it just ends up taking like more time for one than the other, right? ZZ is not casual from what I can see. That's wild because I gotta say, like, ZZZ so far out of the gameplay I've seen of it just seems like it's the most boring. Wow. NP tree chat. More time doesn't equal wasty though. No, I think it does. Like, isn't that kind of the definition of time wasty? Like, if it takes you longer to do everything in the game, that kind of means that it's wasting your time more. Like, and I'm not like saying this to be an asshole. I'm like, you guys would have to tell me because, like I said, I have not played the end game in either of those games. I just will generally assume that if you have two games and they both have their end game, and one is a lot less involved or a lot faster to do, that is probably, and I'm not talking like on a day-to-day basis, I'm talking like as a whole, where like, let's say you can get done with one and then you don't have to do it for like an entire week. Boom, there you go. And there is NP5 Forana. We done, yeah, but they made me buy that last pack. They made me buy that last pack. NP3 BB and NP5 MHXXA or double XA. Yeah, so we ended up with what, 3 Tlalocs as well? Because NPCs won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. The fact that there's no story skip in Genshin Impact is like wild to me. That's actually wild to me. That is definitely one of my biggest issues with a game is like, it's not that I want to skip story, right? But if I find that particular bit extremely predictable or boring and I want to skip it, I should have that option, right? Like, it should absolutely be a thing where I'm allowed to, you know, partake or not. And if I'm held at gunpoint and forced to partake, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me double check here because I don't know how much of the. Oh, sweet dear Lord, baby Jesus, that is a lot. Ooh, I had a hot patch story skip a few days into release. Yeah, it was one of the reasons that I like quit WoWA really fast. I realized that it was basically just Genshin, and the fact that it didn't have story skip made me like mauled at one point. And I was just like, no, I ain't dealing with this. I ain't dealing with this. Well, the good news is I should be able to complete my Grail casting now. How many MLBs of the existing 3-star did I have? Looks like I only had 3 MLB. Gonna lock that since I didn't have it before. How much do you value FGO story? I really value it. I think FGO story is extremely good. I'm trying to remember because the last story chapter that I read in Genshin I think was 1.5 and I hated it. I had major issue with the motivation of certain characters and how they conducted themselves. But like I don't remember much about Star Rail's story. Like other than the generic, like, hey, you're on a space train. Locked half of Sumeru exploration mechanics behind Aranara. 1.5, it got better trust. Oh, it had to have. 1.5 was booty butt cheeks. Like, I saw people saying, like, oh, this story is so good. And I was like, no, it is not. No, it is not. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there were certain things in the story that were cool, but like, yeah, no, I had a major issue with two specific instances in that, and I still remember them to this day. I stopped Genshin in Japan. It was just boring after Liyue. I had already like disinvested myself from the story. I did all of the like whatchamacallit. I can't remember the name of that area. Because it was what, Liyue was the Chinese area, Mondstadt was the medieval area, and God, what was the Japanese area? Are space trains generic? No, they're not. I think it's an interesting idea, but I mean, listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all, and this is probably a bombshell if you haven't paid attention to Fate lore, but Honkai Star Rail gets that entire concept from Rail Zeppelin in Elmaloy Case File. And Elmaloy Case Files wasn't the first one to invent that either, so. Galaxy Express, yeah, exactly. There's also that in-between story after Liyue. In-between mountain story after Liyue. I don't think that was after Liyue. I think that was after Inazuma, thank you, yeah. I think it was after Inazuma, because I never got to that point. Oh, wait, no, unless you're talking about the Sleepy Mountain. Yeah, I don't remember much about the Sleepy Mountain. I just remember it was the Sleepy Mountain. Star Rail Director is openly fate-pilled. Yeah, and it's like I've said before, I'll say these things, and like, I'll have people that'll deny it, and I'm like, I don't see what the point is in denying it. Like, it's not like I'm sitting here trying to say like they can't do that so much as like you point it out and people are like, no, and I'm like, the more you try to say it's not the case, the more I'm gonna insist that it is. It's not me trying to be an asshole, it's more me fighting the gaslighting that you're currently doing. Snow Mountain was between Liyue and the Inazuma. Yeah. There's also the mine. Yeah, I think the mine is what I was thinking of, but I don't remember the mine. I think the mine was after I quit. Because I basically stopped it after Inazuma's launch. I played through Inazuma, I played through the current like story of that, got to the quote end game in that area, and then I was just done. Which, to be fair, that was already like me coming back to the game for that. And it was like not like I didn't really enjoy it. I think a good chunk of why I didn't is I found the game's exploration at times to just be somewhat tedious. And I don't know, like I didn't have the same fun that I had with like, say, Breath of the Wild or something like that, right? And maybe that's because it was a live service game. I'm not really sure. It's difficult. I would have to like go back to that time and try to think about why it was. I bet if I were to play it again, I would immediately remember. But short of doing that, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head why I had issue with it. Like I said, it's just been that long. Oh, yes, not the in-game achievement called Fate Stranger Fate. Yeah, like I said, to me, it's fairly obvious. It's always been obvious. I think I'm so happy that their director had that joint interview and actually did open up about that and admit to it, because that was one of the issues I did have with them before that point. That they were taking all of Fate's concepts, but not really actually acknowledging that they were, right? So it was one of those problems where I was like, man, you know, if you're gonna homage something, at least say that somewhere. Because it's kind of important to credit the works that you got the ideas from, because it also helps those works succeed and get passed on to newer generations, right? I think that's just an important thing. It's like if I, for instance, in my lore take something from Tolkien, spoilers, I totally did. Yeah, I should absolutely mention that I got that from Lord of the Rings, right? Like, it's not that I have to sit there on every single one and like tag it and say like this came from this and this came from this. It's more like you should talk about what your inspirations were when you come up with something, especially your major inspirations, right? You could say water is H2O and people will say that's wrong. Yeah, it's dihydrogen oxide, obviously. It's really hard not to take something from Lord of the Rings. Exactly. Like, and that's where I'm going to say in the same way, like, Fate's done functionally everything. It would be near impossible not to take something from Fate at this point. Especially with how pervasive and like popular it has been, right? Fate's been around for 20 years now, and it has largely like influenced the design of so many stories and characters. Half the animes I watch nowadays, I can spy the Fate influences in them, and it's really cool. Like, it's funny because we'll talk about this whenever I do my anime watching at lunch breaks and stuff like that. Because like Trubs will get on to me and he's like, "Well, hold on," and I'm like, "Listen, I'm not saying that it makes the anime bad, right? I just noticed these things. Like, the more that I have had to write my own lore, the more I've had to come up with on my own, the more I've realized like just how much people take inspiration from other things." The Record of Ragnarok is a Fate ripoff? Yes, 100%. Like, if anyone tries to deny that one, damn, that is some copium. I don't know how you could. Record of Ragnarok feels like, hey, what if we took like a DBZ tournament arc and applied it to like Fate characters? Fate's still a character design from Trigon? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not going to say that Fate was the first one to come up with these things. It wasn't. Like, this is just a very, very natural thing that has happened over time. IPs build off of each other. But that's why I said, like, it's important to still credit them. It's important to still talk about it and be like, hey, yeah, this is my inspiration. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this, chat? Because is this a... This is just showing that she has multiple MPs? Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is an interesting thing because it looks like they're showing an example with it being Melisande. So is this a new quality of life that they put in? It is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Chat's sitting here trying to explain to me that BB has different MPs, but like, no, I'm aware of that. It's more like, I was curious because we get this pop-up screen and I'm like, hold on. Like, is this actually a thing? Okay, so it just keeps going. GGG and CCC. All right, chat. Ascension 1 or Ascension 2 on BB? I'm surprised. There are some of you that think 2. 3? There is no 3 yet. I like both. I'm not a huge fan of the second form. I don't mind the like leotard space outfit. I'm okay with that. It's like the puffy sleeves that are like really weird to me in that one. A2 all the way because she sits on you. God damn it, chat. Of course. Of course. Wait, that's the wrong Tlaloc right there. Hold on, not that one. That one. That's Pretender Tlaloc. Where's my other Tlaloc? Where's my Tenochtitlan? Brain? Oh. Okay, there's my double X. Can't argue with Bob's, I see. A2 has B-ball animations, nodders. Is there an FFF? No, there's not. Yeah, there's so many units that I rolled this time. Okay, there's the other Tlaloc. BB looking afro from Record of Ragnarok. Yeah, I it's funny because I actually saw someone make that meme, like basically drawing her with the people like holding up the boobs, right? And I immediately, like, I hadn't really thought about it until I saw that meme, but I was like, yeah. Congrats on the NP5, thank you, chat. Yeah, so what I was gonna say is, like I said, I had the catalyst, which was ice cream. I did not cook for this one. And the other thing I didn't want to say, there were two things I didn't want to say. One was that I hadn't gotten a Tlaloc yet, because if I said that, I was gonna get spooked by a ton more of them and stop getting double X's. And two was, I didn't want to say it before the roll's finished, but I have never on any server had a difficult time getting MHXA. And I can only assume that that's because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I have like shit tons of Star Wars books and Star Wars games, especially on the shelf behind me. So no Janako spook? No Janako spook. I told you she was going to be fast. Yeah, I mean, not my fastest rolls ever, but I'll take it, right? Like, definitely a really, really nice, like, setup there at that point. I don't remember it being Annie. Wait, what? You were gonna get Pretender Tlaloc if you said that? Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't want to say anything. Is I was just like, I know how this is gonna work. I know the way my brain is. Okay, just making sure I'm not getting rid of something I shouldn't. No, we can't get rid of the lily. We can't get rid of the lily. I'm sorry, chat. How do I want to go about this? Oh, actually, chat. I want to see, because I should have enough here. I don't need his coins. I don't need these. I don't need that. That. Basically, this will take the pressure off me to complete my grail casting for the month. You guys can see, look at that. Look at that saved Bunyan coins. Almost as if I anticipated there being another append. Oh, and then same thing with Mary Anning and Nobukatsu. Huh. At one point, I had 240 for each of them, but I gaslit myself into saying, like, well, I probably don't need that many more, because, like, if they release a new append, it's just going to be one. And lo and behold, I was incorrect about that. I assumed, and you know what happens when you assume, chat. So I haven't done the, like... Wait, why is this coin... Okay, I was gonna say, why is this coin's grayed out? I haven't done the 4th and the 5th append on, like, my 3 stars and lower. But that's because if, you know, Dev's statement is to be believed, we're going to be given a ton of coins back for all of the grail casting that we did prior. So that should easily be enough for me to unlock everybody's 4th and 5th append. Okay, those two are story locked. Ding key, and then boom. And only the angriest of mangoes. We ain't critting with Nobukatsu. It don't matter. I'll still get them. With 3 stars and lower, chat, if you're not like story locked or limited, I absolutely will grab every append on you. Why? Because it's just free. It's just free as far as I'm concerned. You are just going to be a better unit because of that. So like, it's definitely one of the things that I really like to do is try to like at least get them unlocked. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like take the append to max or anything like that. I'm way more excited for the amount of grails we're getting. Yeah, I mean it's definitely gonna be a nice thing, right? All right, chat. Let's well, hold on before we do skills. Let's do leveling, and of course we must level. We must level our new foreigner first. Okay, do I have any foes in the inventory? I have gold foes in the inventory. Let's get rid of those real fast. Who 'twas I gold foeing? Like it was you. Ooh, 1800 on the dot. Pulled NP5 Gil and Archer on NYC banner. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah, okay, so my maid altar is not like done on JP. I don't know why, but I was like, wait, did I do it on JP? But I think that was the one I did on NA. And like we were talking about before, chat, I now can actually finish one of my 120 projects that I hadn't been able to do before now. So that is an upside to this. Okay, so we need foes. Go pull from the bottom of the stack. Whee! Also golding my maid altar, nice. What are we doing right now? I'm leveling. Basically, we're working on the units that we just got. Because like I said, once I get them done, technically all my resources for the rest of the year are free. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't need them. It just means that, like, I basically don't know what's upcoming on JP. And at that point, I can't predict anything. So just, I'm better to go ahead and use them at that point. Because it's the freest they'll ever be. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's pull out the foes for the other two as well. Yeah, they're all extra classes. It's kind of annoying, actually. And we still don't have a welfare. Yeah, I guess I should hold back one copy of the foes for the welfare. I didn't think about that. Pending who the welfare is. I know people have a lot of theories on that. My money's still on Passion Lip Chat. Didn't JP just increase to 5 billion QP? No, not as far as I know. I think Lip is out. We can talk about that later, I guess. I still think it's going to be Lip. I think they're trying to throw you off the scent. Oh, right. So we've got all these random members. Okay, so a random member would still be enough. Okay, so that's enough. Okay, level up, chat.
めて名乗るべきですね。私は謎のヒロイン WX オルタ。そうですね。えっちゃんと呼ばれることもありました。その記憶はもうおぼろげなのですが、最終シーズン決戦の地に降り立った私は最強であり、エーテル宇宙ヴィランの極地であり、そしてゆえにとてもお腹がすくのです。元から？
Damn, that was a lot for a first ascension. Listen, people that say that like Kawasumi doesn't have good range, like it's wild because like I'm sitting there listening to it trying to like, you know, think of how Kawasumi normally sounds, and she definitely is able to like shift her vocal patterns quite a bit on this sort of stuff. So I do really like what she's done with Double XA's voice here. But again, that's typical Double X, or sorry, not Double X, XA. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to like have this ascension. Like I said, I wasn't really a big fan of the first ascension. Not even really the helmet. I think the helmet and like the overall design of the ascension is fine. The biggest issue I have is like the weird like combination of MHXA's color scheme with Mixa's color scheme. I think it just looks really weird having that lime green on like, you know, just blood red there. Okay, we don't need that either. Straight to the top. We got lucky on this banner. Beast Air Seal, MP2 BB Dubai, and all the summer servants and 300 cent courts. That is good, Pug. That's really good. Stage 1's a big no for me. Yeah. What did they pick Dubai? I'll withhold answering that just because it may include some spoilers.
戦いを求めた私の結論だったのです。はあ、両手に鎌とかすごく悪役っぽいですか。そこがいいんです。ふふ。
So it's really funny because like not only was that another long one, but like for a lot of old units in the past, this ascension form, because it's the second ascension, right? It's usually the one where they go like, "Oh, nothing changed," and like that's all you get out of their actual ascension. Oh, hold on, let me try backing out the single ember there. Yep, no use wasting the ember. When can we unlock our third ascension? I don't know. I assume it's gonna be somewhere deeper into Ordeal Call. Probably when we're done with all of it. Peak.
驚きです。私にもこんな可能性が。水着で夏のバカンスを過ごす。そんな平穏な夢がこの私に。この肌は日焼けじゃないのです。そう、あんこの食べ過ぎなのです。水着に浮かれて思わずはしゃぎまくり日焼けしちゃったとかでは全然ないので。
Yes, you said something about a swimsuit there. Oh boy, new materials. Hmm. Well, you know what? If I'm full, there's no point in doing that. Because if I get a proc, it'll go even further. Okay, just the right amount. Yeah, it's going to level 70 is where the single ember gets used. Kind of hoping for a third ascension, wasn't this one? Yeah. Append will take Ordeal Call 3 mats. No! Still, I'll take this. This final ascension art is delicious, chat. It is actually delicious. Let's do it like that. Trying to like go halvesies with it for the proc. Oh my god. Actually, it needs to be even more than that. Yeah, right there is about halfway. It needs, I think, one more ember, but there's always the possibility you get a great anyways. Man, no crits. No suck rate here. Oh, whatever. Send it. His mix ass, yes. Okay. So we got her done. Let's take a look at her skills. Let me turn song request back on as well. Okay, so double X altars hit here. Yeah, the first one, steroid with survivability. Yeah, and then the buster. Yeah, you really only need the third skill maxed out. Like, that's the only one that actually has to, so we'll focus that for right here. No insta level 100? Only because I'm actually pretty shy on embers. I probably have enough to do so, but I'm probably going to wait on the, how should I put this, other banners. Though, you make a compelling argument. What if I just didn't level other characters, chat? Yeah, see, that's the one I was concerned with, was the dice. What's her NP? It is, what, single target buster? Yeah, you don't have to lure any of these other than the third skill. It's not going to stop me. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But that's like for you guys' purposes, right? Like, obviously when it's a saber face, I'm just going to min-max them. But when it's you guys, you might want to like be a little bit more like cautious with how you level them up. Anti-lawful good ruler, yes. Yeah, it's kind of funny. They do like really dip into the niches that her berserker has. And then they add on even more because like I don't know why, but for some odd reason they just go, "Oh, is this an XA variant? Okay, cool. Let's just give you literally everything for power mods and super effective mods." Like, I don't know why, but they seem to love doing that with her. And it's kind of overkill at certain points. Okay, now she 10 10 10. Let's go do Bibidibai. Basically 2.0 versus rulers. Yep. Which should be nice since we know, like, probably Ordeal Call 4 will be ruler based. Since I'm assuming this Ordeal Call is Moon Cancer based. For obvious reasons, right? Like, and at that point, like, yeah, like, she'll be a very useful unit for ruler killing. Especially since she's another extra class and rulers don't really have any advantage over the extra classes other than, you know, obviously their normal interaction with Moon Cancer and or Avenger. Yeah, see, yeah, Chad, it looks to me more like she's playing basketball with the world and the moon. Like, given the fact that her arm is like this, right? Like, but you can see what I mean, right? Like, yeah, I don't mind the, like, the cut off suit there. I think that's kind of hot, but like the puffy arms is where I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But we'll see, right? I suspect there's a reason for that. And then the at least the helmet is gigantoid as well. BB voice acting never fails to amaze. Yeah, she's always great. Oh, just enough. Saved myself the 5-star ember. Art's kind of off, but her in-game sprite's good. Let me see it. I don't think I've seen it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, from the side, it looks a lot better. I'm not sure about the, like, the helmet. Like, the helmet still looks jank as all shit. Plus, there doesn't appear to be any visor here, so I guess the helmet's just open. Which makes me then go with him, why are you wearing the helmet? But I don't know, chat. That's pretty damn good. I don't know about that. That first ascension's pretty lit. She even has the red carpet that's rolled out for her. God damn. That's pretty damn good. Okay. And by the way, chat, so again, we don't have BB's third ascension yet. However, you're going to see exactly what happens when you don't have a unit's third ascension unlocked.
究極の BB ちゃんの誕生まであと10レベルだ。
Okay. So. Yeah, I'll just do it like, well, we'll go halvesies again. I want to stretch the embers. Like, if I can get a lucky proc and save myself some, I will. Okay. Let's fish again. Game doesn't want to give me a proc. Holy crap. It's like the game goes, we know you just had a 4 times. You're not getting shit. Man. Actually, hold on. We can do that. That. It's a better use of experience because they're offset embers. Okay, so chat, this is now the third ascension. This is when you would get, again, your third ascension art and then later on the final ascension art. So when you don't have the third ascension for a character, please understand, you can still level them up. I see some confusion about this over time that like, oh, they don't have their third ascension, so that means they're like bricked, right? No, you level them up and the ascension doesn't change. That's all it is. Like, you still get, quote, the third ascension, you just don't get the art for it. And there you go. That's the game telling you, hey, it's story locked, basically. Yeah, see, chat, this is quite literally all of my embers here. Or Charlie, Doman, and Oberon, yeah. Dragon event, we couldn't max ascend the event servant. Wait, what do you mean we couldn't max ascend the event servant? You're talking about Eliza? Are you talking about someone else? Oh, the welfare for Hibichika, yeah. Wait, no. You could still, like, level them all the way up. Huh? I don't understand what you're saying. Are you talking about during the event you couldn't? Because, yeah, that's fine. That happens all the time, chat. You couldn't until the end of the event. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like, we've had plenty of events where you just don't get all the unlocked materials. But still, like, chat, that's the exception, not the rule. The rule is you can normally, like, level the unit all the way still. It wasn't a welfare unit, it was a gacha one. Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah, no, because they are gacha. That's weird. I don't remember that. Maybe I blanked it from my mind, but I don't remember that one at all. Like, I know you guys are talking about it. I'm saying I don't remember the fact that you couldn't level the unit up. I'm also not sure how the fuck they could even do that in the sense of, like, preventing you. They would just literally not have, like, the button would have to be grayed out. Material choking? They could have done that, but there were no new materials at the time. So there was no way for a non-welfare unit to lock them, sort of just saying, no, you can't. And, like, making them the extreme exception to the rule. So, yeah, like I said, chat, my statement's not incorrect. Pointing out the one example where that didn't happen, yeah, sure, okay, there was one. I totally forgot about the one. But, no, the vast majority of the time, you're always going to be able to level the unit up. It's just you won't get the art, right? And if I had to guess, it's because they were trying to hide one of the skills and or in, basically, like, lore behind it. So is Ordeal Call 3 going to be optional going forward because it's the main interlude? I have to assume so. It was not apparently in their original stuff, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I would still try to get it done. At minimum, it's like worthy of you to do, right? It's kind of weird because you're required to have the summer event done and the Ordeal Call prologue done in order to do Ordeal Call 3, which there was some confusion over that. During the announcements, they indicated that the welfare was, you know, locked behind completion of the Ordeal Call prologue. So everyone just assumed that was the event. They also seemingly told you needed to have the prologue done for the event. So there was definitely some, like, miscommunication. I saw, like, people commenting and being like, oh, Cat doesn't know what he's talking about. Chat, I'm gonna be real with you. The devs were purposefully confusing on that. Like, that's not a me issue, right? Like, at that point, the devs didn't want to tell you the whole deal because they didn't want to tip their hand at what was going on. They're done stuck at Ascension 2 before, so why lock them at 70? Right, yeah, that's why I have to assume it had to do with the skill. Worth it for the mystery welfare? Because that's more stuff to do right. Because it mentioned Dubai. I know. Like, Nasu will say, like, oh, this wasn't originally in the plans, and you should believe him that it was not originally in the plans, but we have no frame of reference for, like, how far back the plans go, chat. Right? Like, this shit may have been planned, like, all the way back at the beginning. And it may have been the case of, like, oh, yeah, just maybe Ordeal Call 3 and what it was not part of that original plan. But then it got added, you know, years down the line. But still years ago at this point. So you'll never really know on that sort of stuff. Hey, CZ, how's it going? That's still 3 first, so let's take that. They said during the 8th interview that Moon Cancers would not get an Ordeal Call. Yeah, I know. That's what I remembered. However, and hear me out on this, chat. I don't trust Nasu. Like you have two schools of thought on this one, chat. Either you trust Nasu, or you don't trust, not trust, right? If you don't trust Nasu, this had been already in the plans. Okay? If you trust Nasu, this wasn't, and then Nasu basically pulled the ultimate dick move and told everybody to revise the schedule and made them do even more work in order to give you OC3. Pick your poison, chat. Either Nasu's a liar or Nasu's a terrible fucking boss. And the reason why I say Nasu's a liar is because, like, we know. Like, I'm not saying this in the sense that, like, Nasu's malicious with it. More like Nasu's not gonna tell you and tip his hand. So many people take Nasu literally on every single thing he says, and Nasu absolutely, like, tongue-in-cheeks you all the time. Probably both. It might be both. Nas has a track record for it. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't blame the guy, right? Like, are you just supposed to, like, tell the, like, oh, the interviewer just asked you how FGO is going to end. Are you going to tell them? Fuck no, you're not going to tell them. Why the hell would you tell them? You'd just be spoiling everyone. So, of course, he's not going to answer that question truthfully. He might toss you a hint, but he's not going to actually tell you. She's so pretty, oh my lord. Indeed. NP3 Talalik? Yep. Okay. But would that make him less of a liar, more of a storyteller, since he isn't telling the direct truth, only hinting? I'm gonna be real with you. Like, it's not so much that, right? Like, because he definitely will. But there have been times where he has been called out for it in the interview itself. So, like, yeah, in some cases he's hinting. In other cases, no, he's just trying to throw you off the scent. Also, chat bunny girl. Chat. I'm so angry if we don't get a bunny girl event eventually. Like, it's so much that we have a trait. We have a trait now, chat. Like, Cad really wants a bunny girl event? No, listen, chat. Like, I want a bunny girl event. I want a race queen event. There's so many types of events that I feel like FGO hasn't done that they should still do. And, like, some of them are, like, staples in other gacha games. So it's, like, it's kind of wild to me. Give me that proc. Level up desu ne. Beach volleyball tournament win. It's really funny because they've, like, hinted at that and been like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we should do that. Like, do you guys remember the interview? I think it was like 2 years ago now. I think, like, not this year's interview, not last year's interview, but the year before that. They said they weren't sure what they wanted to do for summer. And that, you know, like, maybe the only thing they could think of to do was a beach volleyball event. That is a classic example of Nasu just lying. Right there. Not only was that not the truth, but we haven't had a beach volleyball event since then. So, like, I don't know how to give it to you other than that, right? Like, More focused on race queens, exactly. Yeah, they could do another race and it's just different. Instead of it, because like how it struck me for like Summer 2 was it was more of a death race with like servant groups. Instead, they could do more of a like focused race with like people having to like cheer on their favorite racer. There we go, we finally got a proc. Oh no, let's not do that. That's Leah trying to send me the mental waves that I need to Oh wait, did I not foe her? You did not. Yeah, I did not. Oof. Give us Lancer, gay bull car. Yes. Okay, so there we go. So now all the units are leveled up and foed. Let me go take a look at BB skills. This is definitely taking a long time. Longer than I would normally hope. But it's kind of because I'm having to penny pinch the embers. Wait. Wrong moon cancer. There, that moon cancer. Alright, goodbye. Yeah, this one's got to be maxed. Thankfully, moon cancer, so easy. And it's not even going to be something I need to pay attention to until the 7th level. Charges her own skill gauge. Yeah, so the third one's got to be lowered as well. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, it's 9 per, so 27 of them. All skills are 1 turn damage buff. Yeah. Well, no, I mean her first skill's a 3 turn. And the arts resist down's a 3 turn. Another spacesuit servant? Shit, yes. Yeah, she's gone out there to find Voyager. 3-hour stream of rolling, what the fuck? Yeah, this happens to me all the time. This actually does. Like, it's... Usually if I have to roll a ton, I end up having to do a lot of account cleanup afterwards. BB just been playing No Man's Sky. You know, I could see that. Her outfit looks like it's an outfit in No Man's Sky. Like, that is one of the things I'm not the biggest fan of in No Man's Sky. It's not, like, the best in that sense. Now the real question is, do I want to lure this? Non-preservation is not like something that actually scales. Like, I could lure it, but there's not really that big of a need. Most of the reason you would lure this second skill is cooldown and the extra 2% on the arts resist down. I think I will do it just for refund numbers, but like, you really probably don't need to. I need to try that game again. I've always found No Man's Sky to be interesting, but somehow like not my cup of tea. It always kind of ends up having issues. I think it kind of gets bogged down. Like it's almost like Brain Rot, the game, where like you go off to do like one quest and then you end up naturally getting distracted in the middle of that. You end up like going, oh hey, I'm gonna go like, you know, take out this the space station, and in the process of doing that someone's like, hey, we need help in this dog fight, and you go do that dog fight, but you end up having to chase one of the dudes down to the planet, and then because you chased him down to the planet you discovered a ruin, and then because you went all the way to the end of that ruin, then all of a sudden you're like, wait wait, huh? You're like a squirrel, yeah. And then eventually you end up back in space and you're like, okay, I've done it. Now let's go on to a new planet on a different quest. But then you realize, wait, no, my entire objective was originally to go destroy that space station. Yeah, this one's getting lured just because it's the bunny buff. Can't really double Koyan Sky at her though. So I'm not sure how well the cooldown reduction's really gonna matter. Like, oh right, yeah, no, she's quick. I'm sorry, you're right. I was thinking she was Buster. My brain saw Buster quick buff and immediately thought, it's a Buster. Even the game is programming me. It's programming me not to pay attention to quick. Feels bad, man. We're gonna leave the middle skill at 9. It's still nice, but like, yeah, I think like I'll lower that skill if I have to, and I probably won't have to. Okay, so now chat, now we've gotten all of them geared out and everything else. Chat, can anyone tell me how many embers it would take to level I want to say it's like 200. No, it's 133. It's 133 4-star embers. Is how much it takes to level a welfare during an event where they get 2 times. Okay? It's 133 4-star embers. How do I know this? Because I know it. It's actually 132. 133 is the amount that you get if you buy the 4-star and 3-star embers out of the shop. 60 embers 5 stars. It should be like a third of that. If it's 132, you'd be looking at like 40, 47 or 48 or something like that. Should I summon Koyanskaya now or save for Van Gogh? I recommend Koyanskaya, but some people will swear by Van Gogh. Van Gogh to me is not like as supporty. She's way more like crit Mimi. I think Koyanskaya is going to be a unit that's going to enable a lot of farming for you. And farming is kind of what you do like the majority of the game. Go is super fun. Yeah, it's like it really depends what your focus in the game is. If you're really focused on like challenge content and stuff, then Van Gogh might be the better choice. Koyan is more crucial. Yeah, I agree with that. Good old Shiki no Uta. Wait, why is this? Oh, right. I mean, I guess, chat, if you put a gun to my head, if you really put a gun to my head, I can't say no. Like, I'm just gonna have to grail her. Like, I can't believe you're making me do this. You can quickly calculate Ember costs in the Chaldea app. That is very true. However, I happen to know that specific number. And that's what I had to remind myself of. And the reason, like I said, that I know that number is because I remembered it for the novelty of the fact that when they started doing 2 times for welfares, you started being able to level up the welfare with just the embers in the shop. And now they've started to add 5-star embers to the shop, so it gets even more hilarious. Oh, that reminds me. Hold that thought, chat. Wait, didn't we just get the 5-star embers added? The NA shop? Or am I misremembering? Monthly reset. Oh, those stingy bastards. Those stingy bastards. Yeah, I was like, wait, I better go do that because like the month is about to reset. I was like, I better do it now while I remember. And then they didn't. Good old 2 levels per. Okay, so let's see here. Wait, why is this in the foes? Alright, so we don't have a whole lot going on there. Wait. Do I still have second archive? I do! Oh, this is great then. Wait, hold on. 131. There you go. That should be enough.
Yeah.
Is it wrong that I'm enjoying farming with Doman? No, Doman farming's actually a legit whale strat. Like, people Doman farm so that they don't have to, like, plug suit and stuff like that. It's friggin' hilarious. Yep. Light on Ember Bro has 100 stocked up. You don't understand. This is like the least amount of embers on both servers combined that I've ever had. I am like out of a lot of embers on both servers. And it's partially because like I don't have a dire need to save them, so I'm just kind of like using them. Do wish we had a success rate thing going on right now. Like, chat, watch now after I use these embers, they're gonna be like, hey, you hit the 30 million downloads campaign. I'm gonna be like, son of a bitch. Do it there like that. Do you think JP is getting a fast event at this point because it's been almost 9 months since the last lotto? I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't get a fest event here in September, I expect that you're only getting one this year, and like that might be Christmas at that point. So like, it's either soon or never. Like, we know there's gonna be an event that overlaps with Ordeal Call 3 in summer because the duration of these is so long. So what I'm assuming at this point, chat, is that it's probably gonna be something like that. It will probably end up being a fest event. I really need a lotto on JP? Wait, why, chat? Like, look, I just leveled up like 3 new units and I still have 805 million. Surely you guys aren't out. This is another one of those things where like I have no experience. Yeah, I was gonna say that's technically my issue now. Yeah, I have my second archive full of stuff, but it's basically the problem that I can't keep up with my grailing needs. Like you guys can see, I have 30 grails. It's not a matter of like, do I have the units to use them on? It's a matter of, do I have the resources to actually level the unit? Because like, yeah, oh wow, CAD has 1200 embers. I can make that vanish like that. Like it's just gonna be gone the second I try to level anyone to 120. That ember amount might look intimidating, but it is not. Okay, let's go for the proc. Come on, suck me. Damn it. Suck me. Damn it. Give me the suck. In the words of Trouble, suction. Nope, she being stingy, chat. Okay, so this is technically 2 embers would do it. And what do I have? Oh my god! Are you kidding me? God damn it. Time to roll FP? No. Throw a Spartacus in. Why? I wouldn't do that to my boy Spartacus. Did you buy the shop embers? I think I did. I don't remember though off the top of my head. Dano yo. Sugi sugite dore dake. That always happens just so the game can fuck with you, yeah. But yeah, it's because of that that I'm just trying to like penny pinch myself here and basically stretch the embers as far as I can. There you go. She gave me the suck in the end, chat. She gave me the suck in the end. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. There you go. 3 of each, yep. I just rolled a waiver on Dubai's banner. Now, whom should I buy with my free 5-star? Whomever I want. Ooh, Cal. You still have the free 5-star. Tamamo is a really good choice at that point. Because then you would have both Tamamo and waiver to work with someone like BB. Honestly, from there, it opens up quite a bit more. Like you have, you know, if you really desire someone at this point, I'm going to say you can go ahead and go with it. Tamamo is the smart pick, but having waiver already really frees you up. So I've gotten Koyan and Merlin as well. Yeah, so like Merlin can at least have you covered for like healing and party protection to a degree, especially like if you have to, you'll take a Castoria. My advice would be just either go with Tamamo or pick someone that you really desire if there is like a standout on that banner, because there are really strong units. Like for instance, you can get Sanzang for a single target caster. You can get Ozzy for a single target rider that provides buff success chance. You've got Artoria, who's just a strong AoE. You've got Drake, who's another good AoE. Like there's numerous options there, and it really just kind of boils down to like who you want. Super quirky energy was space airish. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, chat. Let's dabble. Let's dabble in Ordeal Call 3. So again, spoiler warning here. So you guys can see we have 63 days to complete this. This is a time-locked story, but apparently they will be main interluding this. So this is coming back at some point, but like when, where, why, how, I don't know. You will not need another AoE Buster Archer if you pick Tesla. So the only issue I have with that is that we're talking an NP1 Tesla, and he is a story locked unit. So like unless you get more Tesla, your Tesla will probably be stuck at whatever strength you have him at. And I'm not saying like you can't roll more. I'm not saying that like, you know, that's basically somehow worse than a limited. It is. It's just like if you're not picking a permanent, the unit will probably be stuck at whatever they're at until you decide to roll more. Are they main interluding the summer event part 2? Yes, apparently. They're apparently main interluding both. Oh, god damn it. Of course. We never finished doing the C's. Wow, I can't believe I got that many of the male C. Time locked 63 days. Listen, you'd be surprised, right? Some people, even in 63 days, won't complete that stuff. They'll just be like, I'll get around to it eventually, and then they'll end up with like 1 or 2 days left, and they'll be like, fuck. Okay, that's another MLB there. Yeah, so now we're easily covered on gold Cs. I swear the unlock sound is the lock-in sound in Guilty Gear Strive. It probably is because it's a locking sound, right? And like a lot of those are just gonna be like a static like public use sound effect. I know that sounds crazy, but like no, even a big video game will use sound effects like that. They'll get away with whatever the heck they can get away with. Cad, quick, tell me not to roll MP2 Salter. I need to save. Don't roll Salter. Save. Thanks, you're welcome. I told you, chat. It may be my waifu, but I will tell you not to roll if you need to hear that. It is what it is. Cad, tell me not to roll Salter right now when I have NP Saba. Don't roll Salter right now. Because you have NP Saba. I'm dead serious. Like, it has nothing to do with my wife or anything like that. I've told you guys this before, but I'm one of the few people that will just tell you not to roll. Like, if you ask me. And the reason why is because I understand that struggle. I understand that people want to, like, be good and not like spin beyond their means or not suffer through that temptation. So if you need somebody's advice on like who or what or how to roll, I'm more than happy to give it, especially from the stance of saving you money and keeping you sane. What the is this? I guess we're keeping Plug Suit on. By the way, only 2 days left on teapots on JP chat. Your live stream got interrupted by an advertisement for a new psychological horror movie. Excellent. So you didn't hear my roll advice. Okay. That is a thing. Chad, is she gonna do the support MP? Or is she gonna do her actual MP? Alright, it's not maxed out skills. Do you even gotta ask? Okay. Man, I'm worried if I taunt her, she's just gonna obliterate me this turn, so... Okay. Does Shufu have dodge in her kit? No, she doesn't. No hard survival skill. Sorry, Chad, I'm just looking something up real fast. Karna's the only one that doesn't have survival here. Wait. BB has ignored invincible. Yeah, you're right. I'm not even thinking. Fuck it. Fuck around and find out. I assume she's just gonna NP and that's just gonna be the end of it. You know what? You know what? Come on, death proc, baby. Let's go. Kat, I need you to tell me not to roll for Suno Rikyu and wait to roll for her when she comes back for the next Guda Guda. Yeah, don't roll for her. Hey, listen, chat. You guys like answer your own issue when you write it out that way, right? Like you're just vocalizing what it is you need to do. Might as well use them anyways. Exactly. Yeah, it's why, like, if you guys have seen, I'm using my teapots like some in the basically in like the Trom free quest, because I had so many. I was like, I'm not going to use all these during an event. My god, we are doing such great damage. Come on, death proc. I believe, chat. I like how the guys come out and like block and take that damage for her. It's quite literally get down, Mr. President. Okay, so surely that's the end of the fight, right? Oh no. Oh no. There's no duration on any of these. She's got so many scythes. Everything is a scythe for her. Oh, Jesus. Carmilla came out of nowhere, man. Cat hasn't killed Vitra with lower odds. It's true. It is actually true. Give me that MP, baby. Let's go. Cat, she has a galactic oceanic death spiral. She throws a hurricane at someone. You may think it's a galaxy, but what is a galaxy if not just a intergalactic hurricane? In fact, chat, you live inside a hurricane. The body close-up is amazing indeed. I mean, this isn't gonna do anything. Sure, why not?
浮かれるのはここまでです。ね、両将。
Just put it after. So you're saying MHXA is doing a cover of Hit You Like a Hurricane? I mean Rock You Like a Hurricane, but yeah. Ah, Mr. Fox, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. You're just in time. We're doing some Ordeal Call 3. Or rather, we're getting bodied by Ordeal Call 3 at the moment. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for the raid. If you guys have never met me before, hi, my name's Khadroth. And we are currently getting destroyed by Big Booba. Chad, I feel like I lose. Does this mean I win? It played battle finish. Okay, we won. Otherwise, it wouldn't have the story. God damn it, that's so dumb. Don't worry, scripted losses are free. Yeah. What are you guys up to today, Fox? You did 5 multis on BB and got 5 minerals. Is pretty good. Oh no. I got pretty lucky early on. We didn't get shafted too hard. I did have to go fairly deep. Does anyone in chat remember the total like damage? But we were going for NP5 of MHXXA, so it's like whenever you're going for NP5 of a 4-star on a split rate, you know it's not going to be like the fastest thing ever. Something like 750, yeah, which is actually like pretty good, all things considered. God, I can't believe you didn't win. Should have mashed harder. Listen, I didn't know, right? But like clearly I should have just like not like tried. I should have just carded everything and let her win. But it was also at the point where it's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to like stall her out some and like try to like buy time, right? And yeah, in case you guys are wondering, I never like read story on JP. I wait for it to come to NA. So I'm relatively spoiler free when it comes to JP. I do all the fights, but what the... This is asking me to make a party, isn't it? Wow. The party maker is cultured, chat. It knows. The party maker knows. Let's see if I can like slot in like Merlin or something here for some longevity. Oops. I mean, I could do cranking for raw NP damage. But... yeah, whatever. We'll do cranking. I'm not super worried about it. I feel like this is going to be the easy one in between, but maybe I'm wrong. And then, just in case. I'm required to do mash, okay. Mandatory mash. Thou shalt not mash. Well, yeah, no, it's fine. We'll do it that way. I guess you didn't see my question. Sorry if I didn't. Feel free to ask again. And how's it going, Matt? Glad you have better luck than me, though. I'll get through some AQs and get some Sankorts and Prage. Yeah, I hope you get her, right? Like, it's always a problem whenever we, like, try to get a unit and then the game just says no. No MLB Black Grail, sheesh. Listen, chat. Listen. On the first banner, we got 2 Black Grails, okay? That was the first time I've seen a Black Grail on JP in 4 years. It's been a while, okay? And prior to that, I only had 2. So I am sitting at, I'm basically sitting at only like 4 copies. So I don't have the MLB. It feels bad, man. Do I want to play this or not? I think we go ahead and do it. Only problem here is I already basically have everything, so let's just do that. She'll probably kill the side ads. She should kill the main one, but if she doesn't, we'll let the cards finish it. Yep, there you go. Bonk. On copy 3 out of 5, and I'm barely past year 1. Jesus, I'm envious. Should roll more on the seal banner. Listen, I tried. How's it feel to know you could be at MLB had you picked it, not K-Scope? Oh, damn. Don't tell me that. That hurts. That hurts. I don't want to hear that. That is oof, man. It'll just whittle down the high health one here. I just realized we have charge per turn. Okay. Ow. They're barfing all over Bartholomew. Okay. We'll do it like that. That'll probably just outright, yeah, kill it. See, I have the Lancer class score as well, chat, so. Mylar Toria Dubi Carden. And at this point, this is actually good because this guy will charge me a crap ton. Okay. And then free charge. Begone! Your full name, Bartholomew. Yeah. Cat is on 2 copies then? Yeah. Sunday night I rolled for Korean Light, got her NP4 and Salter. Nice. Esport Olympics, which games do you think would be held there? What games do you think you'll see in the games? I'm gonna be real with you. With the current state of video gaming, I can't imagine that the Esports Olympics will be anything other than, like, basically... Hold on. Sorry about that, chat. I can't imagine it'll be anything other than, like, them kind of making up their own games and stuff. And then, like, trying to proclaim that, like, oh, well, you know, like, it's the only way for us to have any sort of, like, fair competitiveness is we're going to develop our own Olympic Games. So, like, maybe they will try to use stuff like already existing games. I doubt it, right? Because gaming is too volatile. So how does the committee decide what games are going to be in it every single time? CS League, Dota, right? Yeah. So it's like, you know, which Pokemon game is going to be in it? Which sports game is going to be in it this year? Which racing game is going to be in it this year? Like that's what I'm trying to say is, like, gaming itself changes over year to year, and live service games come and go. So I would imagine that, like, most of them probably have some level of, like I would think at minimum you'd have to have some staying power. Like, it'd have to be something like League that has been around a ton, because you've had other games that have tried to develop an esports, like, culture around them, and they don't really work. Most of the time it ends up being, like, relatively, like, meh in that regard. Let's see. Team Fortress 2, maybe, right? Like, but would Team Fortress 2 be good for that sort of thing, or would it be something that, like, they would consider to be too old at this point? Or maybe it's the reverse mentality. Maybe they only go with old retro stuff, right? Like, I couldn't tell you. Oh, look at that. Didn't know. Clearly we'll need to see Fortnite as an Olympic game. Yeah, that's going to be the other thing. You're going to have, like, studios that have a lot of, like, money and power trying to lobby for their games. That's a problem. Should have gone with an AoE. Okay, he's got 4 stacks, so I assume the stacks are based primarily off of how many enemies there are. Ooh. Ugh. Okay, so he did lose one of the defense stacks. I'm pretty sure he only has 20% charge. And it's not even maxed. Problem is, Roland's got defensive buff removal, which is spicy. Okay. That one's dead. Let me risk it. See if I can get the drain off. Okay, we did. Kinda need one of them to hit her. And instead we hit him. Wow. Yeah, he defensive buff removes, so I'm pretty sure Mash is just dead if I taunt. But I'll try. Why does Bart have a bang fetish? It's just this thing. Where is Mash MP shards? Yeah. It is 10%, you're right. Bart being Bart. I mean, I'm surprised he lived even as long as he did right there, because he was dead to rights pretty much within the first turn. Okay, good. We got the lucky crit. Now we're full. Buy mash. I don't think she's living through this NP. Yep. Okay, at least I have type advantage. I don't know if I have to kill him, or if I just have to, like, get rid of him. Like, get rid of his bar or something. Because depending on the archer you take, this might actually be kind of rough. Okay, it is just the first bar. Damn, if I had known that, I would have just focused him. I should have just taken an AoE, goddamn. Yeah, this is the problem with going into some of this blind. You're not sure what the mechanic is, and it's on you to figure it out. Which does make it a little bit more challenging, but sometimes like that, like I said, I could guess. It's like, oh, there's 4 enemies and there's 4 defenses. It's pretty clear what they're going for here. But all right, chat, we barely even got started on Ordeal Call. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing unit analyses. I'll try to get like as many of them done as possible, I think. And then if we have any time, we'll do more Ordeal Call. If we don't, you know, I'll probably kick Ordeal Call to another day at that point. But either way, I'll always try to tell you guys, like, hey, just, you know, warning here. This is potentially spoilery stuff. So, in the meantime, let me see who all's on, who all I can give some love to. Let me send you guys over to Muffler Man. He's actually streaming some FGO tonight. And again, I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, with more of the unit analysis and everything. We're going to try to give you guys as in-depth as we can, especially on BB, because she's unique. But again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for all the support. You guys know I always appreciate you. I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you guys have good luck on your rolls, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Go give Red Muffler Man my love. Have a good one.